Hello, everybody, and welcome. And thanks so much for joining us. It's USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships prime time session. You are perfectly on time here. If you look up at your screen, you're going to see Reina Mata with our opening squat at 112.5 kilos. Tanner White and Ian Varquez, so happy to be along with you the entire day, but oh so thrilled, especially for our prime time session. An invite only all-star game of powerlifting here in the state of Michigan. Reina Mata opens us with a 112.5 kg squats. Opens just 10 kilos under her all-time squat PR. A very convincing squat on that first.
Strong opening from her.
Yeah, you know something? It gets really nutty really quickly, Ian. Have you taken a look at some of the squat openers that some of our competitors have put in? You know, in the area of, let's say, a Mia Kane with a 205 kg.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, an opening squat, don't you worry about it. Bryn Nevins opening up almost twice body weight there with a 175 at an 88.4 body weight. Those kinds of things.
Well, it's not an invitational for nothing. We only got the best of the best in Michigan here today.
Yeah, we absolutely do. Here is Jamila Owens. Jamila's going to head out with a 140 opener herself. Jamila's all-time squat PR, 157.5. You and I got to witness that. That was back at USA Powerlifting's Iron Games up in Traverse City. Jamila weighed in at only 76.9 kg there at Iron Games and made weight for the 82.5 kg class. Hey, no weight classes in the jungle and no weight classes here in the prime time session. Jamila, oh so calm and quiet. Oh,
not quite there.
And yet, a red-lighted squat. That didn't take long.
It looks like she has it, though. I wouldn't be too worried if I was her. I'd probably just go up a little bit in weight. I think she's got it. May have been just a little bit of depth issue on one of the sides. It just didn't come down even.
What a look that is at Mackenzie Wank and her coach right there. Man, that's one of those you don't usually get that far behind the scenes, but that looked real cool. Mackenzie's coached there by Mark Lehnert. Trains out of Henry Ford Genesis, that is, Athletic Club. And this is 5 kilos under her best squat. Her best competition total, 380 kg. Forecasted for an 8th place finish. She says, hey, why don't we start real hot and start thinking a whole lot bigger than 8th?
Am I reading that right? Her best competition squat is at 145?
You bet, Ian. Now, she says in the gym, which we all know that the gym totals are a little bit different from the competition totals. She says in the gym, yeah, I've hit a 160 squat. Big gap there. Everybody wants to see those as even as they can be between their gym totals and their competition totals. Some even want to save it for meet day, you know what I mean, and really unload and hit some PRs that they've never even touched before, never loaded before.
Oh yeah, perfectly normal during training where you're not even going to touch those numbers until the day of the competition because you really do want to save it in the tank and see it on competition day.
Kennedy Gamet, 142.5 kg. She's got a ways to go to hit her best squat. She's got a great start. She's got the pink A7 knee sleeves. Look at the length of those sleeves. You know what I mean? And the total coverage that you get.
It's like covering basically her entire leg.
Yeah, almost. I like it. Delaney Sousley, man. There's oh so much to be said about this kid. Absolutely special. Comes in with the best competition dots of anybody out here. A world-class 517.25 best dot score. It's absolutely absurd. That was hit at Raw Nationals in Georgia just under 5 months ago. Delaney owns essentially every USAPL record that's ever existed for this 48 kg class.
And that's what, like 33 records?
Yeah, you bet. 33 different USAPL records right now.
Oh my goodness.
And smoke show 142.5 opener. It's utterly
so cool.
Rare and special in so many ways what Delaney's been doing. Her best squat in competition, you're talking 150 keys. Watch that on the 142.5 and tell me she's not getting more than that today.
Oh, I hope we get to see some of that today.
Ashley Hoffman heading out next. Ashley's got herself a 441.7 best all-time dots. Pardon us, a 444.7 that was set at these very same state championships just 2 years ago, back in 2023. Didn't have quite that same showing last year, went minus 30 on her all-time best total, so of course the dot score took a hit. Forget all of that. If you're at your all-time best strength, let it fly. 147.5 opener, tied for her best opening squat of all time. Nobody cares where you start, everybody cares where you finish. She's projected for that 7th place finish.
But a great start can really set the rhythm for the rest of your lifts here.
And anybody who misses on their openers, they're going to start panicking. Whether they want to admit it or not, they're going to, because, man, you know what the level of competition is. You know there's all of these world-class lifters that are going to be before and after you.
Oh, 100%. And it puts a lot of pressure on that second and third that you have to make it. Don't want to bomb out on the first lift of the day. You need to at least pass one in every lift.
Yeah, that's right. In order to post a total, Amanda Kahn, she'll step up with her best opening squat of all time by a bunch, by 7.5, in fact. Her comp squat PR, don't get us wrong, is 170. She's got a ways to go to get there. Amanda Kahn weighed in at 71.6. She's always been one of the lighter 75-kilo competitors. However, 75 all the way down to a lower class there like 70 is a big difference. Opens here, 155 kg. Dunked. On the level of a LeBron James, a Dwight Howard, you know, your all-time NBA dunks leader.
Oh, yes.
Superman with the cape.
Superman.
Blake Griffin jumping over cars, whoever you like. The guys that dunk the ball. Caitlin Del Piano, rocking out.
Hey, Tanner, do you have any idea what her best gym total is?
I bet it's a lot.
She said, I don't even know anymore, Tanner. LOL.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. Again, we ask all of these lifters for some information about them to go on, and, well, she's clearly got a great sense of humor. And she's got a tremendous and unbelievable PR dots total. She got a great start here, too. She was a hair under that 500 dots, coveted and oh so rare 500 dot score in her best competition total. It was a 497.69. We progress throughout the flight in order of the weight lifted. That sees Tatiana Flott stepping up next at 162.5 kg. You want to talk about a walkout that is utterly intimidating? Did you watch that?
I did.
That had something, yeah. That had
swagger.
something deeper to it.
100%. And I'm loving the all-white fit here. Something I haven't seen all day.
Yeah. There's a lot of statements already made before she touches the barbell. Tatiana Flott opens 162.5 kg. Dunk.
Oh, my goodness.
That's unnerving. And her best comp squat, 170. Only 7.5 under that. Yep, you bet. Bryn Nevins up to the barbell herself. She has a 512.5 best total with a 466.03 best dots. Bryn waiting oh so patiently here. Got to get those competition collars adjusted, get the rack heights changed, and then it's time to attack. You got to mention it a little bit in the first session of the day that sometimes you bend those racks in a little bit for real heavy squats, for ease of re-rack, and that's exactly what we get. I figured they might be doing that.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. We're going to see some really heavy lifts today, and so we're going to see a lot of that, see that rack pointed in, make it easier for re-rack for these guys.
5th place finish at Raw Nationals this year. In the 90 kg class, Bryn Nevins. A spectacular, oh, pardon us. Well, so it's so quick, but that's 2 reds on depth.
Two reds on depth. I was looking at it, and you could see that she was a little bit tilted to the right. The bar was just slightly off there. So I can definitely see that why they called her for a little bit on depth there, but I'm not worried for her. If I'm her, I'm not worried. I'm just going to keep going a little bit up. I think she gets her next lift. No problem.
Mia Kane has your heaviest squat opener among all female competitors here at 205 kg. It's 452 pounds and then some. She'll take her time out there on the platform. Don't have to rush. I think she's talking perhaps about the rack heights. She might have noticed, hey, this isn't what I signed up for. I think that's exactly what it is. She's getting it lowered right now.
Talk about experience. Some people don't even realize until they get under the bar. She saw it, and she's like, that's not right yet.
Or never realize, right?
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't feel quite right from the moment that you try to unrack. Even so, wow, that's mental fortitude.
Oh, man.
And there's the physical.
Oh, not
and
quite
more
there.
depth is called. Wow. So it passes from the center, from the head judge, and then on both sides, red lighted. Interesting. Man, you wouldn't want to be telling somebody like that who just appears to have dunked a 205 opener on squat. Yeah, sorry. No thanks.
Would not want to be the one receiving that, that's for sure.
No, I'm good on all that. I like where we sit, and I do not like even the pure thought of it. No, thank you. Reina Mata is going to come up with a 120 kg second squat. So you had 3 misses all throughout that first attempt. There are the squats. Jamila Owens, Bryn Nevins, Mia Kane.
But it didn't look like it was because they were struggling. It just looked like there was a little bit of depth issue. They'll
agree.
come back and just get a little bit deeper, just make sure they hit it. And I think that the competitors think that too. They'll just come back. It'll all be good.
Yeah, I think that's highly likely. Bryn Nevins is the only one who put in a jump. The other two, Jamila Owens and Mia Kane, have elected to retake from their first attempts. Reina Mata. This is just 2.5 under her best squat on the platform.
I just love that she's making sure that bar is in the right position on her back. You can see her just going back and forth, making sure that it's secure on her back.
Also rooting those feet into the ground. Oh, so aggressive. Utterly sturdy, utterly stable. And should be 2 good squats to open for Reina Mata.
What a great opening for her.
Yeah, that starts to give you in the back of your mind maybe that whatever you thought you were going to hit, you might be able to eke out a little bit more. I think squat PR there again, she only needed 2.5 more, so that's sort of given. You sort of feel like that's in the tank. Jamila Owens, again, she will retake at 140 kg.
Honestly, she looks unfazed. She looks like she's ready. That mental preparedness. Now she's walking out.
Has been a 75 kg as well as an 82.5 kg lifter, all with USA Powerlifting. Been all over the place, California, New York, Illinois, a couple of times at Raw Nationals in both 2019 and 2023 and 24. Always among the best. Settles. Here's Jamila Owens to retake 140 kg. I'm convinced.
I'm convinced as well. Let's see what the judges say. It's
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
It's
right.
good.
So that passes on the 2-to-1s. Remember, folks, you got to get 2 white lights to pass the lift. And if it's 2 reds, you can go and appeal it at the jury. The likelihood of getting overturns when you take anything to the jury on appeals in a session like this with the judges that we've got around here, man, I'm not expecting to see a whole lot of that.
But no harm to you. So if you do decide, hey, why not?
Yeah, you've always got it in your back pocket. Kennedy Gamet, back up. She took that minimum jump of just 2.5 kg to 145. So I love the speed on that second.
And the judges love the depth.
Yeah, haven't had a ton of white lights yet. Not nearly as many as we would like, you know what I mean? Because I'll give them out for free. Anybody who's asking me, I say, yeah, it's great. I say, well done. But we just knew it was going to be strict, knew it was going to be tight.
And the judges are very fair. It's not like they want to fail us. They want to give us the benefit of the doubt, but they are going to be fair and follow the rules to the best of their ability. And we have some of the best judges out here today.
No doubt. Let's talk about game face for Delaney Sousley, dude. That's scary.
That is a scary face. That's the face of a warrior right there.
This will already equal her personal best in competition at 150 keys. And if Delaney makes this fly, then, well, there's something more.
Oh, yeah. Her coach is locked in with her.
Yeah, that's Brendan Pappen of Momentum. Oh, and that is 2 reds. From the left and the center. Replay coming here. Ian, what do you see?
It does look a little bit high. I would have liked it, if I was a judge, a little bit lower.
My thought was that left knee on that replay was kind of obscured by the rack itself.
For sure.
I thought maybe on the right knee it might have been good enough, but yeah, you can be uneven enough as to kind of make it on one side and not the other. All right, well, so Delaney could still, if she wanted to, jump 2.5 from that and take the all-time squat PR just to say that she did it. She could.
She could. And it's not like she's not strong enough to do it. We saw her. She didn't look shaken at all. It's just a little bit of a depth issue on one of the sides.
It's exactly what she chose to do, by the way. Man, that's awesome. 152.5 she's put in at the table. Mackenzie Wank is going to take that exact same weight here, 152.5 kg.
Goodness, goodness, goodness. And they give it to her.
Yeah, so that's about as buttery an attempt as we've seen so far. Been some walls hit, been a little bit of rocky attempts on the squats from time to time. Ashley Hoffman has 155 on the bar. Yeah, so I'm tempted to say Delaney knew her exact competition PR and knew exactly what it would take to go and best that.
I bet Shusha was already way planned ahead, and there was nothing that was going to take her off that track today.
Yep. Whether you like it or not, you've got to know your numbers. Ashley Hoffman, 155 kg second.
Oh. Looks like it would be okay.
Yeah, but man, how many times have we already thought that for the session and then not been quite right? Replay coming here. What you looking at?
I think like you said before, it was just a little bit obscured on that left side or right. Yeah, on that left side, and it just could be a little bit unbalanced there. I just don't think it was all the way there.
Amanda Kahn wrapping up the wrists, nice and tight. 170 kg. Amanda is going to tie the competition squat best on the second. 15 kg jump. It's big. It's a lot. It's the biggest that we've seen so far in the flight.
But I don't think it phases Amanda at all. It's just another weight.
Amanda Kahn, slow on approach. Like you said, take as much time as you need to mash that barbell into your back and seat it exactly where you need it to execute. 170. Tying the best comp squat PR. It's coming. It's up and good.
Oh,
and
still
we
the same
spoke
thing.
too soon, man. The standards here are oh so tight. I've got to continue to credit judging for exactly that, is hold everybody to exactly that same standard. Establish it with your very first lift or your very first attempt of the evening, and then it just stays there. Everybody knows what they've got to do.
And you got to think that some of it has to be a little bit of nerves too, right? You're coming out here and you might think it feels right, but you might be just a little bit short, and that's just the nerves getting to you.
Yeah, so easy to let that happen. Caitlin Del Piano is another one who's going to get really close to her all-time best squat right here. 170 kg, just 2.5 under. Now that, even with a little stanky leg on the left.
She got that bounce out of the hole right there with the stanky leg, but no problem.
And a little scare there on the platform. It's funny, it's still caught over there by our spotter. So the competition collar came off, and then I think as you go to raise the rack height that, you know, gravity does its thing. Even so, that was no harm, no foul on the very first hiccup. look, that tells you something, right? Because we've had oh so few of them today. I mean, listen, you're going to hear me hopefully audibly knock on wood, right? My man. However, what a reaction time, and so glad every single time nobody gets hurt. Because there's unpredictable things that'll happen in the sport each and every meet, no matter where you are. Rack height's being adjusted here. Tatiana flat on deck. Well, when she does take this attempt, as she's been made to wait a while and we're checking out something on the rack itself, the attempt will be 172.5 kg.
Oh, looks like they have to make an adjustment real quick.
Yeah, are we again looking at rack heights here? I think that was raised. It's a real good look at it. All right, works for us. This is a competition PR loaded on the second attempt for Tatiana Flats. Came in with a 4:19.58 dots. Would have been projected much lower by pure dot score than many of these other competitors. At the end of the day, you get them all head to head and you stack them up oh so even. And that is good for PR. Tatiana with 3 whites.
I'm glad she got that lockout. Some people don't think about it, but usually people think you get stuck at the bottom, but you can get stuck at the top too, and luckily she was able to get through that just fine.
Yeah, I agree. A little bit rarer to see. And then people will talk about, is it muscular imbalance? Is it losing tension in the core, losing your brace? Is it simply running out of gas or the mental energy to stay locked in for the middle of the rep? Tough to say. Bryn Nevins, she is the one who missed and then chose to go up. If you've been at the kind of level that many of these lifters have been, if you hit the kind of numbers that they've hit before, you shouldn't be at all afraid of this.
No, nothing.
It's just plus 10, right?
Yep, just plus 10. It's just more weight.
Bryn Nevins with Coach Ali David waiting on deck, watching her. 185 should be.
Oh, yeah.
All right, all right. That's a great comeback. She's got a number on the board. Mia Kane wants to do the same thing here on her second. Rack height adjusted up a little bit here, and the retake, the weight is going to be 205 kg. Now, Ian, if you wanted, if this is like your last warm-up or your opener, you can go and hit this, I think, as she's heading up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hop in real quick. Yeah, I leave that open to you if you'd like.
You know, this is just a lateral raise warm-up for me.
Okay. Yeah, sure, my man. Mia Kane, retake, 205.
Looks good.
Yes, deep to the deepest, darkest depths.
Great adjustment by Mia Kane. Not letting that first mistake mess with her, and she just readjusts, and she's just fine on that second attempt.
Yeah, it's a good comeback to get that 205 number up on the board. Everybody has a number up on the board. And Reina Mata is looking to chip her PR. Best competition squat, 122.5. And she hasn't had to aggressively jump. Went up 7.5 from her first to second. This is just 5 kg more from the second to the third. Perfect time to tell you about loading the barbell. That Texas Strength Systems power bar that you're going to see, that's a 20 kg bar. Each of those red plates is 25 kg, so a pair of them make 50. Your competition collars, 2.5 kg apiece. Add it all up, 125 kg loaded for Reina Mata. And then with the squat PR in the bag, you start thinking, okay, total PR is probably going to be there. Again, it's Coach Ali David looking on of Davy Strength and at Davy Lifts on IG. That's how much we care about the socials. Well, shout out your coaches. Reina Mata for the all-time squat PR. Oh, that's 3 reds, man.
Did look a little bit high, but let's watch the replay.
Again, the length of the knee sleeves to me can make that almost a little bit more difficult. You've got to know where the knee and the hip joints are, right?
Right. For that sort of situation, you got to look at where the hip is, and if that hip is not lower than the knee joint, it's not going to count as a good lift.
All right, Jamila Owens, she posted a number on the board when she retook. Now she is going to take 150. This is minus 7.5 kg should she hit this off of her best all-time squat. But again, you missed that opener, and that's kind of the trade-off that you know you're going to have to make. Then probably make up for it somewhere down the line. For many of us, that means throw on a little bit more with the deadlift. We've all been there. Say, oh, I need to pull what? Jamila Owens, 150 piece.
Let's see what the judges say.
Man.
I was kind of thinking the same thing there. I was kind of thinking it was still a little high.
I suppose I can see it on replay as opposed to a few of the real dunked attempts that really stand out.
You know, it can be really easy to jump out of the hole once you think you've already reached the depth. And it just might have been a little bit too soon, sooner than you thought.
Delaney Sousley, like we mentioned, is going to come back out. She's going to up it by 2.5 after the miss on 150 on depth on her second.
Oh, look at that smile. She's ready, raring to go here.
This is one more of those records that will etch into the history book and say Delaney Sousley right next to it. I was just thinking she doesn't have enough of those yet, so let's take one more.
What's another record, right?
Forget about it. Forget about it. And an all-time competition PR is loaded. Delaney Sousley at 152.5. And don't call it a comeback.
And they give it to her. Delaney with the squat PR, all time.
Coach Pappin over there is, that guy's coached some animals, and Delaney Sousley is arguably the best ever. Wow.
Well, when you got 33 records.
Yeah, well, and counting here. Oh, man.
That's true, and counting.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. It's like I can't remember all the records I have, and I get lost trying to find them all. Ashley Hoffman missed at 155. Gonna come back out with 160 on the bar. You had the option to retake. You had the option to go up by as little as 2.5. She's going to take the swing. It's a slower descent. It's a slower ascent. It's seemingly enough, yes. But I'm taking my time in saying this because I don't want to ever get ahead of myself again with the standard of judging that we're seeing here and the depth requirement.
I'm glad she took that jump. It really paid off for her in the end instead of staying at that same weight.
Yeah, wouldn't have done as much for the total, and you build a total across all three. You don't just kind of magically get it. Again, usually when you need to take a YOLO pull on deadlift, you get in a bad situation. Mackenzie Wank, 160. This is plus 10 to her best comp squat. Man, already had that PR secured and said, I want a whole lot more. Grindy, but picture perfect. 3 whites.
What a place to PR in.
Yeah, the situation is right. The venue is right. The timing. This meet, it's only right.
It's only right at state championships.
Kennedy Gamet, are we reading this right, dude?
Is that 167.5?
After a 2.5 jump from the first to the second.
It went a little too fast for a weight jump, so.
That's absurd in every way, no matter how you slice it. Wow.
Usually it's the opposite way around. You take a big jump, then a small jump.
Yeah, and then you realize, uh-oh, that was a bit too heavy. Yeah, I guess so. It's exactly the other way around. Oh, boy. Now she feels it. Here comes 167.5, tying a best in competition all time. Great catch by Ryan, our spotter on the left.
Saw the knees cave in a little bit there. Wasn't able to keep them pointed out. You just don't get the strength if you get your knees in like that.
And there are some who fear the knee valgus for injury reasons and things too. You get what they mean about it. I think you can train any position to make it stronger though, because you do see people squatting world record type of weights, especially in lower weight classes and, you know, across typically female divisions that you would expect to see it. Tiffany Chapon, if you're familiar with, you know, the French national team, that kind of thing. Tatiana Flott coming out 175. Already had a squat PR of her own, and she's gonna go with that minimum jump of 2.5. That would tack on an extra 2.5 kilo to her best comp squat. Do you like that pick as much as I like that pick?
I did like that pick, and I like that walkout.
That on rack. That's sick. 175 kg.
Oh my.
And explodes for the, we didn't have the lights pop up. Oh, so sorry. Replay
I'm going to guess
coming.
by the crowd reaction that it was good.
Yeah, gotta be.
They did give it to her. They did give it to her. We got Amanda Kahn coming back out here. After failing the second attempt, she is going up 5 kilograms for her last attempt on squats here. She just got to make sure that she hits depth. Otherwise, she is more than strong enough to hit this.
Amanda Kahn, 175. Why not? Why not have just about everybody taking some PR attempts? Third squats already roaring. Just 6:02 p.m. and we are nearly all the way through.
Oh, it just wasn't there.
Yeah, it's a little bit uneven.
It's starting to get up, but just wasn't enough.
Yeah, on replay, that's a strength thing, I speculate. Caitlin Del Piano hit the smelling salts. It's great because you don't get to see that on the platform. That's one of those rules that they don't want anybody ripping those on the platform, but you do get to see it before they head out here on our behind the scenes. Caitlin Del Piano, her heaviest squat attempt, 175. Her heaviest squat successfully completed was back at the Arnold Female Raw Challenge in March at 172.5. This is +5 on everything. And on everything, she got it.
Oh yeah, playing to the crowd, she knows she got it.
You bet. Bryn Evans, 195. She waits on deck, latches the SBD belt. A little bit of mix and match with the A7 singlet, the A7 undershirt. That's the risks they run in allowing us to mix and match, right? You get some chaotic combos.
Hey, you got to choose whatever works best for your needs.
Oh, I guarantee you they've tried everything, right? We're lifters. You have to have your superstitions. Bryn Evans, 195.
I'm thinking that's a little high, but...
You think so?
No, I think so. I don't... Judges think otherwise.
Hey, folks, he's Ian Varquez. He's the name that you see on the right, okay? So go and at him. You knock it off. Very nice. That was only 2.5 under her all-time best squat, Bryn Evans. Mia Kane, 210. So you miss on the first, and then that kind of forces you to really sink it on the second, and then it might take weight off for the third. I think that's what we see here. Mia Kane had a competition best dots of 434.65. Typically, again, you start to say that a 400 dots is pretty much an elite number and 500 is kind of world class. And that tells you where all of these competitors lie, as everybody above 400 and 3 competitors above 500. That dot score, one of those many measures of relative strength to body weight. Mia Kane, 210 kg. Oh, yes. So Sam Martin on the PA is already telling everybody. She said, oh, yeah, well before we did. And that is a good end on a good third squat to the women's prime time session squats.
Excited to see some men's squats now. Justin starting at 200 kilograms here, or 440.9 pounds in American units.
Yeah, well, they have to rear their ugly heads every once in a while, right? Ah, yes, Justin Brenner at 200 kg. He is one of those 500-plus dots lifters. One of just 3 of them, has the second best competition dots coming in of anybody here that is, with a 510.4. Typically a 75 kg competitor. Again, no weight classes in the jungle here for the primetime session, but weighed in at 73.8 kg. And a narrower stance, too. Justin Brenner.
Oh, yes.
He's a burner. Brenner, good first. Yeah, so the very lightest squat of the entire flight is 200 kg. That's what Sam Martin, our PA announcer, was telling us. That's where it starts. That's nowhere near where it ends. Because if you look down at Marlon Outley, man, I got bad news. 300 kg opener for the heaviest.
Man, I'm in love with that singlet. The Cheeto singlet.
That is chaotic in every way. Love it. Naomi Young, a member that is of the MSU powerlifting team. East Lansing, over here all the way to the capital city. And we thank you so much for joining us from the Lansing Center, Tanner White and Ian Varquez with Barbell Productions. It's USA Powerlifting's State Championships Prime Time Session. Noah Young out of Northville. Says he wants to go top 3. It starts right there.
And he gets it. 1 red light, but that doesn't matter because he got the other 2.
All right, Ian. Andrew Wawersick is coming up next. This guy had a day last year. Finished 3rd at these 2024 states with a 474.14 dots, finishing behind only Hayden Wisniewski and Jesse Norman, who we'll see right toward the bottom of the flight.
Let's see if he can repeat or do better.
Got to get the opener to really start talking about big totals, because we saw some misses. Not that time. Man, that is a vascular head and neck. My man. Crossed into the 500-pound realm. That's what our PA announcer, Sam Martin, says. $235 kg is the opener for Sean Dawkins. Call him Doc. It's oh so simple. It's a single syllable, and it's real hard to screw up. Best competition total, 755 kg. Here it starts at 235. And leaps up. Unnerving. I mean, so you're going to see a replay, but I don't know if it tells you anything that your eyes didn't the first time.
Oh, yeah. That's an opener. A true opener.
Yeah, you bet. That'll work. Norman LaFleur, man, I always say this is one of my all-time favorites. Put on a show at USAPL's Iron Games. That was back in Traverse City in August the 23rd. And then he just had to post a total there, right, in order to get here. And so all he did was go 697.5 kg at 81.3 body weight. And that was good enough for a 476, 4.6 dots. PR'd everything, PR'd his total, and mogged people everywhere because he comes out for deadlift with no shirt. Norman LaFleur opens at 240, his heaviest squat opener. So he might just be getting better all the time.
Oh my goodness.
He is going to have a long and successful run as a master. I speculate. I say that just because he's 38 now. Maybe he'll just want to continue to go open to get some of these young bucks just like Keegan Parker here.
Yeah, can't count him out yet.
Not in any way. Keegan Parker came in with a best competition dots of 465.7. Keegan, a 4th place finish at these USAPL Michigan State Championships last year, weighed in way underweight for the 100 kilo class, or more likely, we would speculate, missed weight at 90. Weighed in just 91.2. Opens here at 250. That's unnerving. Okay, man, again, do we need the replays here, or have you pretty much got it figured out that that's a fantastic opener?
No struggle at all. Just hitting that depth way below parallel.
Everybody's favorite ins or knee sleeves, man. I noticed it really, really strongly on that attempt from Keegan. The kind of compression that they give you on the calf. Sure, you want it on your quad, you want it on the knee joint and all that. I don't know how much you want it on the calf just for pure comfort of walking around. You'll probably have to slip them down between attempts and things like that. Oh, boy.
Hey, get it as tight as possible. That's how most competitive powerlifters like it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's clear enough, right? And I'd say these are competitive. Lorenz Licadini. Normally a 90 kg competitor here. Best comp squat, 267.5. Opens 255, buttery. Brendan Papin watching on. Coach Papin is going to take the platform himself tomorrow. I should say, is scheduled to take the platform himself tomorrow. Maybe, he's worn himself out with all this coaching. Hayden Wisniewski, also a guy that had himself a day last year at USAPL State's 2nd place finish by just a hair, by 0.51 dots to Jesse Norman. Leans on the bar, gets under, ready to go. Here you see one of our meet directors, Ray Vandermeer, with the monster beard there on the left side of the rack. Hey, how you doing? Big old brace. Hayden Wisniewski opens at 265. So you're probably talking going beyond 5 reds for the 2nd attempt. And look at the coordination between the shoes and the singlet and the undershirt. Looking the part, man.
Looking the part, no, 100%. Sometimes it's not just the equipment, but it also got to match just for that extra swagger points there.
Yeah, and that, for some reason, just leads people to lift better when you look a little bit better. I don't know what it is.
It's the confidence. You dress the part.
Must be.
We got Callum Pombeer here, opening up at 270 kilograms.
Oh, my. I mean, that guy could have sat on the floor with a barbell on his back.
And just got back up.
You bet. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that's the deepest attempt that we've seen. I want to say all day long.
I would say so.
It's really close. That was awesome. That was a treat.
We got Zachary Juhas here, opening up at 277.5 kilograms, or 611.8 pounds. Like we said, we started light at 200. We're 200 kilograms. We're already pumping up the weight here, guys. That was only what we were starting at.
Yeah, and now that's way out of your back of your mind because now the 600-pound barrier is just blown by. Zachary Juhas. That, I'm told, is a big number. That 277.5 kg, 611.8 or so in pounds. And look at the effort that you've got to put out to just unrack that. And now, you got to go and squat it too. I like it.
The judges like it.
Yeah, that's good. It's slow, of course, right? There's no secret to it. But if he's just a grind king, if that's just the way the man lifts, then you got to let him lift.
He might just make it look harder than he actually makes it feel for himself.
Could be. That guy came in with a 500.13 dots. Again, one of just 3 competitors to come in with a dot score of 500 or better, but you probably have a number who are going to have chances to do it today.
Another chance to take a look at the smelling salts behind the scenes here.
The source of their power. The forbidden fruit and the go-go juice. Jesse Norman, 295. All-time best squat, 320. So he is way beyond 5 reds. You got the 5 reds, you got a green on there, and you got your competition collars. Death Stare, Jesse Norman, opener, 295. Little hinge, little hip shift. No further issue on 650. You see the pre-hinge I'm talking about there?
Yep.
You ever utilize that?
Not particularly, I just like to go for it. All one motion.
There are lifters that choose to do it. There are lifters that feel better with it. But it can cause you to throw the hips a little bit too far back at first, and then you've kind of got to compensate and end up, in fact, using more of the anterior, more of the quads and those kind of things towards the middle of the lift where maybe you want to be a little bit more on balance. Now, I don't think I'm going to tell Jesse Norman anything he doesn't already know. I don't think I need to tell him anything at all. That was, in fact, his heaviest opening squat ever. And did you see the man? Speaking of did you see him, Marlon Outley. We, again, were treated, you and I, to the USAPL Iron Games where Marlon Outley had just a whale of a day. Won best lifter there, had a 490 dots. And by the way, that wasn't a PR. So you go under on the PR total by 20, and you still hit a 490 dots.
He's opening up with 300 kilograms on his back, man.
Uh-huh. Sure is. Has been both a 125 in his last meet out, again, at USAPL's Iron Games, and typically a 140. Has also competed in Powerlifting United. Back here in USAPL, 300 opener.
Marlon, put some weight on there.
Yeah, what are we doing? Marlon, let me talk to you a minute. Come over here. No, of course, he's going to go into the table and he's going to go put up something ridiculous.
Oh, wow, such an aggressive going down and then just an aggressive coming back up.
You bet. That was 300 keys. So, man, there's way more to be had, and he was already an animal. Turn it back over, Noah Young. Again, we progress throughout the flight in order of lightest to heaviest weight lifted. Noah waiting on deck here. Waiting oh so patiently. I think you have a little bit more adjusting to do on the rack height here. Understandable. He's got one of those shorter builds that is pretty stocky and probably benefits him in the squat, right? Leverages just can help to determine sort of naturally what lift you're best at.
100%. Plus, if you're going right after Marlon, huge beast, there's a lot of adjustments that, that have to be made afterwards.
Yeah, that's understandable too. Shout out spotters, shout out loaders, shout out the sweat stains for Noah, my man. He brought this upon himself. 215 is bouncy. Noah Me Young, count it.
Must be those pancakes that fueled him this morning. He's feeling good.
I did hear him say his favorite food's pancakes and uses that as fuel. Listen,
Hey,
you went to college, right? I went to college. We all been there.
Carbs are king, baby.
I agree. And cheaper.
And cheaper, 100%.
Justin Brenner, ready to jump 215. Andrew Wawerzik behind him. Gonna get the little boost with the salts upcoming. We love our behind the scenes. Oh, he
yeah,
wafts
he
it.
made sure to get that waft that hand.
That is psychopathic activity. I don't know, man. That's unnerving.
You could tell that he's just so experienced. He takes a look, makes sure to check the weights. He makes sure that the bar is still where he needs it to be. He takes all those extra precautions. He needs every little thing to be just right, and he knows how he wants it.
And you're telling me you've trained with this guy before, right?
Oh, yeah. Dude's a beast. This guy in our gym, sometimes that the AC's not on, all sweaty, hits these PRs like they're nothing still.
This is 215 for the second squat. It's nice and deliberate. It's so textbook. 3 whites have still been hard to come by. Now, it's been a little bit better so far, probably through the men's portion of this flight. And I don't see anything to critique there on the instant replay.
No.
I thought, well, that's about as good as it's going to get. That'll work.
I don't think Justin needs my critiques.
Yeah, well, you could say that for all these guys. You know what I mean? Like, what do you say with a prime time session, somebody misses, and it's like, oh, well, wish you had it. Wish you would hit that. I don't know. Andrew Wawerzik heading back out. Second squat goes 232.5 kg.
Andrew actually self-coached, coaches himself, and uses the gym at his house. He has a lot of knowledge, and he's learned it, I'm guessing, from smarter people around him and from himself.
Haven't we all learned from smarter people around us? I'm telling you, that doesn't take much.
100%.
We sit far away from people for a reason.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we've got a comfortable distance there. Andrew is good on that 232.5. Seanquez Dawkins is going to go to 250. One of the bigger jumps that you'll see here with a plus 15 from the first to the second. You see, Seanquez currently forecasted for 12th. That would be bottom of the men's side here, the primetime session. But then, if you got some room after you take a really good second and it's real convincing, you might want to eke a little bit more out here for the third squat. Starts here, because he did have a 477 4 dots coming in. This guy's absolutely no joke. 250 on the squat. Yeah. Stare down.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a few different schools of thought on where to look when you squat, right? I think, you know, he was looking pretty far downward, right?
Right, 100%.
What do you think on head position? And what, you know, if you had to coach people, what do you do? Where'd you learn it, all that?
I mean, personally, for me, I don't look down. I like to look up because that's where I'm headed anyway. And it helps me remind myself to keep my my shoulders back so my back is tight. So personally, for me, I either look straight forward or a little bit up.
But you've certainly seen athletes who are almost literally looking between their feet, right? Or practically behind them with a real aggressive, you know, the head's tucked, and typically they're going to be hinged further over than anybody, right?
Oh, 100%.
But what do they have? Massive backs, massive hips, right? And so I don't think that's coincidence.
No, it's not a coincidence at all.
Norman LaFleur, man, this guy's not normal. This is 257.5 for a second. This is only 2.5 under his all-time best. It's stickier, of course. I'm told that's a pretty big jump, and he's still got it. You see the replay here in how much would you go up if you're Norman LaFleur? Keep in mind, the comp squat best is 260.
And he just hit
257 and a half.
I'd probably go up 5 kilograms.
You think just to get beyond the PR?
Just beyond the PR, just a little bit.
Yeah. I think anything more than that is unlikely. I think 265 is a cool number. I don't think it would happen.
No. It's just a little too sticky, like you said.
Keegan Parker, back up, 265. Keegan's all-time best total, 725. All-time best squat. He's got it here on the second.
That might have looked better than his first squat.
I'm with you. Knowing it's a PR on the second, dunking it a little deeper, and then aggressively rebounding, right? Trusting beyond all doubt that you've bottomed out, that you have hit that depth you've trained for tens of thousands of heavy reps. Lorenz Licadini ready to head back out. He wants 270. Good news is he's going to get it. That is, he's going to get it loaded. There's no guarantee that he's going to come out here and hit this, right? Let me clarify. At Raw Nats, this guy was a 9th place finisher in the 90 kg total. Competed in these state championships.
Look how aggressively low that bar position is.
Yeah, and again, what do guys that do that have? Massive backs, massive hips. Lorenz Licatini, bang. 270. He's now going to be just 2.5 under his best squat that was set at Raw Nationals last year for USAPL. Those were all the way out in Utah, in Salt Lake City. And again, we'll get nutty. We'll get a little bit ridiculous at the end of the flight. Here's Hayden Wisniewski at 277.5. Hayden Wisniewski on approach. A lot of lifters opting to kind of rest those hands on the bar. You maybe get the little lat stretch in there, right? As if you were just a little banded warm-up. But then all of a sudden you pick it up and, oh, wait a minute, this is over 600 pounds. But had insane depth on his opener. Goes plus 12.5 and just smokes the thing all the same.
It can be a little bit scary having your hands out there. Sometimes people aren't strong enough to do that, and they will injure themselves if they're not practiced or strong enough to do it.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to talk in this session at all yet about grip width. You see so many variations. You see everything from really, the wrists right on top of the shoulders to practically all the way out to the collars. Now, you can't make contact with the collars themselves per the rule book, but anything else within there is a legal grip width, essentially.
Yep, you can go as wide as the collars will let you.
Right, yes, there's some quotation marks in there because there's some wiggle room and some room to fudge things, as always. Not that this sport would ever encourage that. Couldn't be us. Callum Pumbier goes 17.5 up, and it's just so deep. I mean, he's getting lost in the deepest, darkest depths. And he is good on the 287.5. When it looks different from everyone else who's gone before you, and there's so many monster squatters throughout the whole flight, I can't miss it. No. You know what I mean? With as many squats as we've already seen today.
It stands out.
And it is awesome. Zachary Uhas. Now, is that just colic, or has he got his hair put up? I think that's just, it's sweat and slicked up.
I think you're right. I think it is just slicked up.
Well, you know something? This is not a beauty contest.
Oh,
these are animals. Zachary Uhas. I wonder if it was maybe from scratching his head on the bar as he's getting under.
Definitely could be. Definitely could be. Or maybe he's wearing one of those headsets, too.
Yeah, it could be, right? Wired over-ear headphones. for the truly dialed of us all. 287.5. Seriously, the guy looks like he could explode. But this is an all-time best squat on the second attempt. Grinder.
Oh my goodness.
Yup.
Zachary, you has it.
That's cheeky. He does, whether I like it or not. Unfortunately, he'll have a third attempt too where, well, that'll be something to think about in the back of our minds.
I mean, he could, if he wanted to, scratch it, couldn't he, Connor?
That is an option, for sure. He's already got that PR in the bag. That would just mean he doesn't come out for the third attempt at all. He lets that timer run all the way down. You get 60 seconds on that attempt timer, that is. It's easy for us to say.
Yep.
And then we would proceed on to the next lifter as normal. Whoever's got the next heaviest attempt up. Marlon Outley is at 320 for his second.
That's 705 pounds, folks, for those at home who only listen in Freedom Pounds.
Yeah, you bet it is. Don't you worry. Marlon Outley, his all-time best as a 140 competitor is 335. That's going to be within range, assuming that this moves just the way he wants it. I'm sure he's got that number in mind. I'm sure 337.5 to get the 2.5 PR is also in his mind. And you'll have a call to make, again, no matter what happens here.
You can see that Marlon is using that max grip, not touching the collars there. He is putting it as far as he can, max width here.
Yeah, it's as much as you get. But look at the size of the man. 320 kg,
goodness.
Boom.
Bang!
I mean, how many spotters would it take with you? Right, if you go up there and they say, hey, you're spotting this guy and he's squatting 705 pounds for a second, how many other people would you need to say, okay, now I think I can catch this?
Not enough.
Yeah, right, whatever the number is, not enough. No, thank you, I'm good.
I'm glad I'm sitting at this table, not the one spotting him.
That's what I'm saying. We are so comfortable, so spoiled over here. I'm okay with that. Ooh, Jesse Norman is also taking 320. That is another huge number for him. Jesse's best squat, would you believe it, was 320 coming in. And we loved his opener, and it was super deep. Yeah, why not? Guy's defending the title from last year and let it fly. Tick, tick, tick on that timer. He's got plenty of time. Right towards the top of 110 kg, that's where he's hung out ever since the change of those weight classes from the 105s and the sort of IPF classes to the 110s. Had some shift. And it was no notice. I'm looking at the left knee and maybe the left hip a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely there, but he got the depth, so.
Yeah, I thought the depth was zero question. I just thought, you know, do you love that bar path and bar speed? Maybe not quite so much, but again, it does equal the all-time best squat.
We'll say, if you're curious, even though Marlon and Jesse both did the same weight, and Marlon actually went first, it's because he actually had the lower lot number. And if you have the lower lot number and you're doing the same amount of weight, you are going to go first. So that's why Marlon went first when he went last time.
Yeah, I'm glad you hit on it. That is exactly correct. Justin Brenner, real small jump of 5 kg, relatively.
Relatively.
Again.
Still big weight.
Yeah, for sure, right? You're telling us. And this is a 75 kg competitor typically. Look at the Predator's mentality there, right? He checks both sides of this thing, and now he's about to ambush it. 220 is the number. Justin Brenner for his third squat. This is the top of the flight. These are your final squats here at the prime time session of the USA Powerlifting Michigan State Championships here for 2025. Justin Brenner has the honors. And he's got the squat. Now it's a little bit below his bests, right? But totals win meets. Nobody cares about a single lift.
No, it's all together.
Naomi Young will be up next. Again, you're going to have that rack height noticeably drop. 225 is his selection, so he will have 2 linear jumps of 10 kilos apiece. And you know something? I get the feeling he fits in quite well at Michigan State. You know what I mean? And my man.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I get the.
Oh, gets a monster slap and a Hughes nose rip. He's got no choice now. He's backed into the corner. Noah Young squatting for the +10 on the PR. It's a much higher bar position too. Just how the squat gods intended. 225 going down and an up,
come
up.
on.
And he shakes his head and he says, I got this, guys. Don't worry about it. I could watch this all day long and think of Chester Cheeto and the way that he would describe this. And I think that'd be real fun. I'll spare you for now. Noah Young, +10, best squat. Andrew Wawersick, he's got 242.5 loaded. He's also going to be taking PR here. It'll be +7.5 for him to his lifetime best squat. And his was set at USAPL Midwest Regionals. That was September the 6th of this year. That's a really short turnaround. He had plenty of time to train for those Midwest Regionals, right? After having just competed in the States last year, and we mentioned a great showing for him at the 474 plus dots. But a quick turnaround here.
Well, it's also not uncommon for people to just sign up for competitions as like checkpoints, right?
Yeah, and sometimes you've just got to post a qualifying total. It's likely it. With the all-time +7.5, yes! Guttural scream.
That was primal.
Yeah, well, he earned it.
He did earn it.
Man, Andrew Wawersick, you've got to be a little bit off to train in a home gym and to get world-class strong doing it. There's got to be a screw loose somewhere. Look at it. Yes. Oh, that was a treat of a replay. I think that's one of my favorite ones. Seanquez Dawkins, 265. Seanquez heading back out there. Calls Detroit home. Trains at Umbra Strength, as well as City Barbell. Best comp squat, he said, was 267.5. He'll go 2.5 under, but he will dunk it.
Maybe he should have went for it. Maybe he should have went for the tie. That looked really easy for him.
I could see it. They're big jumps of 15s.
Big jumps of 15.
Yeah.
It might have been a little much. I will agree.
It's real tough to say that he wouldn't have gotten it. I think it's more likely than not, considering, but you do see a little slowdown in the middle of the lift there, man. There's never a correct answer. What is this? What is this sorcery? Norman LaFleur wants 272.5. He does not.
That's not an error, right?
No.
No.
Norman, you knock it off right now. The AirPod Max, whatever Pro big giant deals ripped off his head. You knock it off right now. His all-time best squat, again, at USAPL Iron Games, at the very end of the month of August, 3 months ago, that is. And he wants to throw 12.5 on, and he's been elite from the moment he got under the bar. Knock it off. Norman LaFleur is just so built different. That guy's earned the title. With the 272.5. Oh, it's caught. Great save. I mean, you can't say, what did you expect? But I might think that in the back of my mind. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
I would never tell him that, because have you seen him? But come on,
I would be
man.
too scared.
Oh, so scary. Come on.
Oh, it had me believe for a second there, just like out of the hole. Like he looked good, and then just all of a sudden it just fell apart.
Well, the reality of 600 pounds took over.
Yeah.
He said, oh, wait a minute. That might be 600 pounds. Keegan Parker is going to take the same thing, though, at 272.5 at a noticeably heavier body weight. So Keegan's got lots of reason to think this can happen. This is plus 12.5 for him as well. Came in with the same squat PR as Norman at 260, and he's got every bit of the 12.5 kg PR. Dude, I'm out of breath. You know what I mean? Ugh,
all of these guys are leaving me breathless.
And my head hurts already. Come on, guys. We're almost through the squats here. Ooh, folks, thanks so much again for tuning in. Beautiful replay there of Keegan Parker's 600 plus kg squat PR there. All of our friends at Barbell Productions, we want to say thanks again for bringing us in. Kevin Lamb, our owner, our entire marvelous crew. Pleasure to be here. Lorenz Licardini is up with a 282.5 kg. Lorenz would add 10 to his best squat, so all these PRs are just flying. Currently forecasted for a 4th place finish. Making up ground maybe with the squat. If he should leap through. What's a sticking point? I've never heard of her.
That was so smooth.
Uh-huh. Getting the high fives, getting the daps as he's walking off. Lorenz is just picture perfect. Another one of those replays I could watch all day long. Bar loaded for Hayden Wisniewski.
282.5 kilograms for his last attempt here.
Yeah, a healthy one. Don't look ahead at his deadlift opener.
Now you got me curious.
Unless you just did and you cheated, and then you saw it's 290 kg.
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Comical. Here comes the 282.5 kg squat first, just to get you warmed up. Hayden Wisniewski will rack it with a monster 282.5. Again, we never want to assume. There's so many times when we think we know what the judging is going to do, and well, then we realize, oh, wait a minute. All of this all-star team of refs, they might have seen some things that we didn't. All right. It gets pretty comical towards the bottom of the flight. It has been and will continue to be. That's not Zach Uhas. Hold on a minute here.
Yeah, that does not seem correct.
Well, it could be one where you've got multiple attempts put in at 290, and so now we've got to talk lot numbers and figure it out.
We got Chloe. Chloe taking care of it. Saw her get back there. She'll get it sorted out.
Yeah, go ahead. What you do see is Callum Pumbier right now. Now, that could mean that Zach Uhas, just as you mentioned, has elected to scratch. I bet you now that we mention it and that attempt timer is running down, I bet you that's what it is.
Which makes sense.
Oh, sure. He already had the squat PR, had 287.5, huge number for him. Already knows he's capable of winning this thing outright. There's no question to that. And yeah, I think that might be the best thing for his total.
No need to waste energy just getting under the bar and failing. Get ready for your next lift. Start warming up for bench. Be at the best you possibly can.
And the fact he had put in only a plus 2.5 probably kind of signaled that that might be his intention. So indeed, Zach lets that entire attempt timer, once again, it's easy for us to say, he lets that thing run all the way down.
It looks like that is what was going to be the case there. Looks like he did scratch it.
Yeah, it's a business decision, but again, probably does positively affect the total. You'll see when you get all the way to deadlifts, right? You have to make a third pull that's probably heroic and absurd and historic, right? But yeah, we'll find out. So now Callum has had a while to wait there on deck. He's had plenty of time to think about this. But 305 is his selection, and that will be plus 10 should he be able to hit this. I thought he was asking for the mouth guard. Now he gets it right before he walks out there. Callum Pumbier, a 125 kg competitor. But no weight classes out here in the jungle in these prime time sessions, man. Forget about it. A 476, best dots coming in. And this would already slap 10 on his best squat for a great start. Callum Pumbier. And everything is just bottomed out from the moment he got under for that opener. That's one of my aesthetic squat picks of the day. Replay coming on it, and it's exactly the same. Yes.
So pretty.
Oh, I want to watch it all day long. But I suppose we got to progress to the last couple of monsters. I see Jesse Norman, and that is a scary sight as he's about to rip some chemical assistance.
Looks like he's going for, actually, this is going to be his best gym squat. 330 he's hit in the gym, so he's going to try it out here in competition. Let's see if he gets it.
And had already tied the competition PR right at 320.
Correct.
Yeah, so 10 is, he's got a reason to think it's going to be there. You had options to go a little bit lighter, but man, he's clearly shooting for the win, and it starts here with the squat. Trying to defend from last year. That 330. Take the time, settle it down. Veteran move, I like it. Jesse Norman for the plus 10, lifetime best. Jesse's a little shifty, a little sticky, and with a grind,
they give it to him. He gets it. Man, there probably is no better feeling of making sure that your gym, what you lift in the gym is actually what you could do in competition.
The little eyebrow raise at the end, you probably won't see it as he's heading off the platform, but he was like, ah, yeah, just like I planned it. It was classic. Man, that works. It was one of the more sticky ones we've seen. Oh, Marlon Outley, don't tell me. No, be still my beating heart, dude.
Whoa.
knock it
Chill
right
out,
off. Okay, so again, he's made 125 before, just barely for USAPL Iron Games. Typically is a very light 140. His best squat in the 140 kg class, 335. This is 337.5 for the lifetime PR here.
Tanner, I'm excited.
Uh-huh.
I really hope he crushes it right now.
Yeah, you bet.
Everyone's getting them on their feet. They're getting excited.
Call this roughly 4 to 5 of your average gym bros loaded on a barbell all at once. And Marlon, that's so scary.
Ooh, look at that face.
Lord help this bar. No one's safe. Final squat, prime time. Look at the pick, walk out. 337.5 kg. Marlon Outley. Marlon out.
Come on, Marlon.
Finish. Marlon Outley.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Sam fell over.
The humanity has been left behind.
I'm speechless.
Uh-huh, let's just let it run. And then I'll tell you what I notice. His back is made of iron.
I think it's even harder than iron.
He gets pitched forward, right, noticeably. The back rounds. And then when you have to have another gear that no one else has, he just found it.
He just found it. Most people would fold.
No, I mean, most people would fold with a quarter of that.
100%.
Right, and then that's such a special finish to the squats, people. What a pleasure it was. We got to see the very heaviest squat put on by Marlon Outley. No shock as he came in with the heaviest competition total. And now we're going to have the changeover for the bench press. You see our co-meet director there, Ray Vandermeer, with the big old beard setting that up. And in just less than 10 minutes' time, we'll have the beginning of the bench press event. Amanda Kahn will open it up for the women. Hey, folks, thanks so much again for joining us here for the primetime session of USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships. Tanner White alongside Ian Varquez. And, well, anything else that you want to say about the squats?
Anything? I'm speechless.
The
I just
last
can't believe
one
what
just
I saw.
took it out of us, right?
I know. My mind is blown. I'm still processing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I fully agree, Ian. That was a treat in every way. That is an utterly rare squat that you're just not going to see for most people ever.
That's why it's prime time, baby.
Yeah,
it's prime time.
Yeah, it's what we signed up for, folks. And again, in less than 10 minutes' time, we'll change over and have the beginning of our bench press event with Amanda Kahn. Hey folks, welcome back in. It's time for our second discipline. It's the bench press. Squat, the bench press, and the deadlift in that order. We were treated to an insane final squat at 337.5 kg in the men's side of this prime time session of USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships. Tanner White alongside Ian Varquez, and we are ready for the women's bench, beginning with Amanda Kahn at 62.5 kg. All right, we say it's the most technical. Ian, why do we say that?
There's just so many things to look out for. I mean, you can see from Amanda right here, she's got a big arch. One of those things, you got to look out for leg drive. You got to make sure that you get the pause on the bench, and then you just got the lockout. There's just so many little things to look out for. It's not as easy as people think, just push the bar. It's not like that. It's one of those technical lifts where every little thing and every little advantage you can take advantage of, you do.
And there's more ways to miss a bench, right, than there are with the others. Commands being what they are.
100%. Commands. You get your sticking points. There's you can get a blue card for a double bounce or having the bar go down.
Mackenzie Wank, she will open at 70 kg. All-time best bench is just 72.5. Well, that's a good issue to have.
Never a bad issue, that's for sure.
Only way to get better is then, opening with your PRs. 70 kg, a hair over 154 pounds here. Nice and smooth. I notice the neck and the head area may be moving a little bit off the bench, but I tell you, that is oh so rarely called. It's one of those things. It does appear in your rule books, right? You got to maintain your multiple points of contact with the bench. I don't know. Maybe I'm nitpicking. I think we've seen so many benches. I am nitpicking today.
I think it has to be super egregious for that sort of thing to get called.
Yeah, I think that's likely. So, shame on me. Mea culpa. Delaney Sousley is, everybody else is competing against themselves, right? But Delaney, more than absolutely anyone, owns essentially, again, every USAPL 48 kg record that exists for everything, always, every age division from teen 2 to open, teen 3, collegiate and junior, yeah, you name it. And it's Delaney Sousley above everybody else by a bunch. PR'd on her squat at 152.5 already. And Delaney will open, again, only 2.5 under her best bench. Delaney got bench blocks, boost herself up to an appropriate height here. Again, it is the obligation of the lifter to tell whoever's giving them a handoff exactly what they want, or if they don't want it, they've got to make that clear too. Delaney Sousley's all-time best showing was USAPL Raw Nats this year with a 392.5 kg and a 517.25 dots. Wow, it's really, really quaky. And so she's made to replace that bar, didn't get the start commands. I think they may have also said, hey, move your grip width in a little bit. We're concerned about the max grip width. She's gonna re-measure using those rings on the barbell as landmarks. Reset. Can she get the start command now? Yes.
Oh, man. How much is she off from her personal best again?
2.5. I'm glad you asked. Hit that, unsurprisingly, at Raw Nats. She has a history of really small jumps. Typically, that means 2.5s. Remember, that's your minimums. So that's kind of...
She's there to at least tie it.
Yeah, but you wonder, are you even going to take the 82.5 attempt, considering the kind of mental stress that you were under to just make that after having to replace there and probably change your grip from what you've been training with for oh so long?
We'll see. Sometimes the toughest competitors, that sort of thing doesn't bother them. And Delaney is definitely a tough competitor.
Yeah, what makes you say that, right? Having
something
all the
about like 33 records, having all the records, something like that. I don't
well, and she's already set, again, another one with the squat because literally has no competition in that 48 kg class. It's Delaney Sousley and anybody else. Kennedy Gamut, 80 kg to open for her. Got a ways to go to get to her best bench of 100. Squatted 145. We'll start talking about subtotals now. And good first bench. All right, so subtotals. I love it. You love it. That's the sum of the best completed lifts so far of both your best squat and bench. So subtotals will start to be rounded out. And again, that gives you a little bit better predictive power of your final placings. But you won't know until it's all said and done. Until something about big lady singing, I don't know. Reina Mata, big bench on her. She's going to open at 85.
The personal competition best at 92.5 kilograms. So not too far off here.
Yeah, I expect her to be well within range. If you wanted to go maybe 5 and 5, 2 linear jumps could get you to 95, hit that bench PR. Took a while to get going after that start command, and it didn't bother her one bit. Bingo.
Doesn't surprise me. This is her favorite lift out of the 3. So expecting big things from her today.
Reina came in with the quote-unquote lowest competition dots among this primetime session, which again is, you know, it's an invitational and truly a Michigan all-star game, right, in terms of the powerlifting scene. And still, it was over 400, a 409.12 best dots. Ashley Hoffman. Ashley opens at 85. She's got maybe a less than max grip width. You notice that, where you can see the rings outside of her pinky fingers?
I did notice that. Everyone so far I've noticed is like as far as they could possibly be. And she took a little bit in. It just depends on person to person where they like it. And some people just find it too uncomfortable to take a wider grip. And so it's better for them to take it just a little bit closer.
Tatiana Flott, 87.5 kg opener. Could you spell Tatiana without looking, Ian?
No.
Neither could I. I want to drop that in at so point. 87.5 kg. This is tying her competition best on the opener. Hello.
Oh, come on. Come on now.
Yeah.
Tying your competition best for your opener, that's ridiculous.
That's like, I can't say showboating. Right.
Hey, they're allowed to show off. They're on the prime time right now.
Well, you've clearly earned it. So even if Tatiana just chooses to do a 2.5 even and then scratch, I mean, she's already got the squat PR on the board. Nothing would shock me at that point. But again, good problem to have. Jamila Owens. Jamila's going to open at 87.5 kg. Jamila's also a big bencher. Her best all time being 95 kg. Forehead vein and all, a good first opener. Caitlin Del Piano up next. Again, it's another one of those lot number situations. I'm glad that you had taken the time to mention it toward the end of squats. 3 consecutive competitors here taking 87.5 kg, but the lot numbers go 111, 113, 119. So Caitlin Del Piano will be the last to take that 87.5 kg attempt. Now that is a setup of setups. Woo! Man.
Now, Tanner, I'm just curious, you know, belt isn't always that often in bench, but why would a competitor want to wear a belt on bench?
I'm so glad you asked. Did you see the size of the arch there and the technicality of her setup, right? Caitlin's setup. It is an external cue that can help you to reinforce that position. Now, some people will wear the belt so tightly and so compressively as to have it limit their arch. but a lot of people will find some benefit to it. And there is an element of a full body brace to a bench, right? It's not quite the same as you do with your squat or your deadlift when the loads are so tremendous and they're trying to compress your spine so much. But there is still that element of a full body tension that you must maintain at minimum, and so it can also reinforce that.
Well, thank you for explaining that. That all makes a lot of sense.
If you don't bench with a belt, I'll never tell you you're wrong, but I know people that love it. Ooh, and Mia Kane, I would expect, gonna miss the command there. That's what I thought. Thought I did not see appreciable pause.
Yeah, she's just touch and go there. Got to wait for those commands. That's what we were talking about earlier. You miss the command, you're not going to get the lift.
Yeah, no matter at which point that you fail one of them. Bryn Nevins. Uh-oh, a 115 bench opener. I mean, you see Bryn weighed in 88.4 and Mia Kane weighed in 112.5, and Bryn's opening heavier. Man, that's huge. So, she could have the heaviest successful opening attempt. This is tied for her heaviest bench opener. That was hit at Raw Nationals this year for USAPL. Bryn Nevins, opener, 115. Squatted 195 too. That'd be a 310 subtotal.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, what'd you think, huh? What'd you expect?
I mean, when your competition best is what, 197.5, you're going to start off with a big bench.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to start, I'd say.
Oh, sorry,
Speaking of,
127.
Yeah, no worries. I knew what you meant. Mia Kane has put in a 5-kilo jump, so she will go to 115 for her second. But it looks like, should Bryn Nevins continue to do what she's doing here, she would be way clear of everybody else in terms of the women's primetime session here, because her second attempt is 122.5. And that subtotal, 310 for her, has her way out front in terms of pure subtotal. But again, not about that. Amanda Khan, 70 kg.
Again, one of those benchers that don't maximize like full width grip here.
Yeah, you can see the rings outside of her pinky fingers. Start command, 70 kg. Smooth. All right. There's nothing but good stuff happening here. You had a single miss among all bench openers, and it was Mia Kane with a pretty tremendous load on there of 110. And women's squats were definitely a little bit rocky. You look at 4 missed third attempts there. You look at 3 missed second attempts, and even some openers that were called on depth. Men's squats, 2 total misses, one of which was a scratch, and one was Norman LaFleur. Come on.
Going for a crazy jump.
Yeah, that was absurd in every way. And still, he's going to have in the back of his mind, man, maybe probably a little bit fresher, you know?
Hey, anything can happen on competition day. Not everything that you can control.
Yeah, we've proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt here for primetime. Mackenzie Wank, 75.
Yeah, that's such a... Her legs are pretty wide.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, I really love the feeling of that, and I have heard some coaches really begin to preach this, that you aggressively abduct the hips, right? Turn them outwards to make sure that those glutes stay on the bench. Delaney Sousley is her only competition all the time. Feels just the same way today. 80 kg is the number for her for the second, tying the competition best. Man, again, the game face. It's unmissable. Remember, had to make some grip adjustments on her opening bench and had to get a replace and then start the attempt again. All of that can cause the mental fatigue, the mental strain. Plus, she does not opt for the handoff. Man, I'm surprised. Real shaky. But in the end, that press, all that matters.
Come on.
Is she trolling? Are we on a hidden camera show? What's going on?
Reality TV right here.
Uh-huh, at its finest.
I think she goes for her next attempt, at least a 2.5 jump, right?
Yeah, well, for the PR, you've got to.
Right.
Yes, the scratch is an option, but with the way it moved, I don't think there's any chance that she's going to even have that in the very back of her mind. I think you must try for that PR.
She's already having, like, some of the best lifts of her life today.
Yeah, in the most literal sense. Yep. Kennedy Gamet, 85 kg second. Again, still a little ways away from her all-time best bench, but that just tells you how good that bench was. Back at the USAPL Michigan Ladies of Iron, hit a 100 kg bench there as a 73 competitor, or 75 class that is weighing 73. And it's funny, if she had opened heavier, I would say you could be in that 100 kg range, right? But now probably not. I don't think a 15 jump on your bench is wise.
At this point, it's just making sure you hit that third one and get your total up.
Yeah, get what you can on it. It's tough to say what that number is going to be, but I think the best call is probably another 5, but you could definitely go 7.5, right?
Yeah.
Get every kilo that you can out of it, because I don't think I think it's highly likely she's going to make it. Ashley Hoffman goes with that minimum 2.5 kg jump. It's a little creepy and crawly, but she's got it. Tatiana is coming up with 90 kg. And getting the hands all aggressively chalked up. Again, that might be the sauce. Maybe we are just the uninitiated. But Tatiana taking the bench now. This for PR, plus 2.5. Already had that PR squat of plus 5. And if there's room to keep going up, that total just keeps getting built. 90 kg PR, Tatiana. Bingo, that's good enough. Made us wait, man, and I always get so apprehensive.
I don't think she had any doubt at all in her head that she got that. She walked down, she's like, I know I got that.
Yeah, she did, but then our referees are the only ones whose decision matters, I'm told. They never ask us what we think, I tell you. Reina Mata will take 90 kg. Big bench for Reina to leave her only 2.5 under her all-time best. Hey, Coach Allie Davey, how are you? Nice look behind the scenes for her. This will take her subtotal up by 5 kg to 210. Reina Mata after the start command.
Amazing.
Uh-huh. That's smooth as could be. She's a 60 kg competitor. Reina weighed in at 59.2, would have comfortably made weight for those 60s. Jamila Owens wants 92.5. .95 would be the PR. As she's jumping 5 here, we've talked about this. Yeah, if she gets 2 linear jumps of 5, she'll get there. And when you do follow her on Instagram, you realize this must be her favorite lift, as, you know, she posts it the most often by leaps and bounds. That usually it describes how the training for that lift is going, but also what you prefer to do. Jamila Owens, 92.5, booyah. Had to dig herself out of the hole a little bit after squats weren't everything she wanted.
But she is showing up in the bench press, that's for sure. And another case of the lots again. We got Caitlin Del Piano coming up here, benching the same weight, 92.5 kilograms. Jamil had a lower lot, so that's why she went first, and Caitlin's going now.
Yeah, and we saw this on the first time through these attempts as well, with 3 different competitors taking 87.5 for their openers. Caitlin Del Piano. Caitlin at 92.5 kg. That's a quick press command, but I still think that she hit it in plenty of time. And that's probably a relief too.
Definitely don't want to be stuck in that down position for very long. Get that bar not moving as soon as possible so you can get that press command and push it off your chest as soon as possible.
We told you Mia Kane missed her opening bench. And then we told you that she wanted to put in 115 for her second, so she's still going up. Those are your options, right? You go up after a miss, or you stay the same. Mia Kane said, I'll be okay.
She just missed that press command last time, so.
Now very intentional about the slow descent and a great comeback. And that's the thing too, I've talked to a lot of judges recently, even over in Powerlifting America. They really want to give you the fastest press command that they can, and they give it quicker to athletes who bring that bar down slower. If you are a real aggressive sink bencher, you will in almost all cases get a longer pause.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and athletes will be upset about that, but man, just ask them one time, right? And they'll tell you. They'll tell you very, very openly about that. I just recently, at the Powerlifting America West Michigan Classic, got to talk to a judge about exactly that. This cool platform that I'm on, man, I get to, talk to so many different sides of the sport, as it were. Bryn Nevins, big bench, 122.5. Just 5 under that PR, and it's still moving and grooving.
That'll be the end of the second attempt for benches for Flight A, or the women's. Be moving into third attempts bench, starting with Amanda Kahn again. 75 kilograms for her last attempt here.
Ian, you having fun yet?
I'm always having fun. I'm having fun watching these guys lift some weight. I got to get back into the gym now.
Right. It's going to push you that way, isn't it?
It always does.
Yeah, right. You get away for a little while, you do something else that you enjoy, and it just pulls you right back in. Dang it. Amanda Kahn, 75 kg. Quick press. Speedy, and count that bench PR. She gets 2 to 1. Yeah, I would say, okay, good enough. We've all made that face of, I am going to take that.
I'm going to take it.
Yep.
Take your wins where you can, and don't argue too much with it.
Yeah, that's right. And Amanda, by the way, out of the teen threes. So that's 75 kg bench. No joke there. Mackenzie Wank going up by the minimum here, 2.5. Still, already has a bench PR secured. This would slap just 2.5 more onto it. And run that subtotal up to 237.5. And buttery.
That's a third attempt?
Uh-huh. Yeah, would you know it?
I wouldn't. If you showed me that without any contest, I thought that would have been a first attempt.
I agree. Now, I think we're going to see the opposite kind of thing here. I expect that Delaney is going to have to find something, that she's going to have to dig a little deeper than she has before. You see, when she goes to unrack, it looks a little bit different from every other competitor that we've seen so far. And yet, I am literally never willing to count her out.
You can't count her out.
Not a chance. A zero chance. 517.25 dots coming in. 517. Beyond anything anybody else has ever done in this field by a lot. Delaney Susie for the all-time PR bench.
Oh my. Oh my.
Booyah. Oh. It's her and there's everybody else.
She's just on another level.
Uh-huh. Say what you want about leverages. Say what you want about mechanics. Say what you want about grip width, stance, this, that, and the other thing. Don't care. That's one of the best lifters out there.
100%. And she has the mentality of a great lifter.
To struggle with that unrack like we saw on the first, to have to replace, to have a slow first attempt that we thought, ooh, I don't know where she's going to go from here. I don't know how far she's going to go up. And then back-to-backs just blown out of the water.
If anything, she made it look easier as time went on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a champion to me.
We got Kennedy Gamet here going for her last attempt on bench, ending it with 90 kilograms on the bar here.
10 under her all-time best should she hit this here. Again, just tells you how good that all-time best was and what a presser she is. Yeah, we saw it, and I wonder if her team is going to be thinking, we could have gone heavier that whole time. I wonder if they'll have that in the back of their minds. Now, you don't want to think about it too much because you still got to go and pull, and you've got to get over it because there isn't anything more that you can do to change it.
I mean, most of the time it is better to play it safe and put some numbers on the board rather than failing and not getting anything good on the board at all.
And speaking of numbers, she does say that she has a specific dots goal of exactly 447. Why that's the number? We've got no idea, but it is. Ashley Hoffman at 90 kg.
Oh.
Third bench is tricky this time. And no good. You notice anything in particular on the replay that you don't like?
I mean, even if she got that back up, it was already going back down. So even if she got all the way back up, I don't think they would have gave it to her anyway, unfortunately. Just wasn't there today.
Yeah, I think that's right. And that is the only miss so far among these third benches of our female competitors here for the prime time session. Hey, that's where we are, folks. It's USA Powerlifting's 2025 Michigan State Championships Prime Time. Thanks so much again for joining us. Thanks to all of our friends here at Barbell Productions. Thanks to all of our meet directors, USAPL Michigan State Chair Dane Roach, and Chloe Darnell and Ray Vandermeij of Power Belly Barbell. Tatiana Fly goes 92.5 for the third, and off the chest became an issue quickly.
I mean, you already took a personal best. Not much more you could ask for. Of course, a higher total, of course, but hey, you hit a PR already.
Yeah, it's insane. A lot of these athletes are, you know, you've already got some money in the bank stacked up, right?
Yeah.
And they know, okay, PR totals are likely in the bag. So then there's going to be some deadlifts that somebody's pulling for a win of some kind, whether that's a huge PR, whether that's placings, whether that's, you know, these best lifter standings or what have you. Somebody's going to be taking a pull they were not expecting.
Yes.
Plans are going to change. That's my bold prediction. Jamila Owens, 95 kg.
Looks like also for the next two lifts as well, two lifts after that is also going to be at 95 kilograms from the women's.
Well, so then we'll have time to tell you all about the loading of it, and I think we'll go and do that. Just a reminder on loading. Jamila, 95, is good to tie an all-time personal best on the platform. We've also kind of made that face before, right? You know, kind of biting the bottom lip like, huh, well, it counts. I don't know. Was that what I wanted? Nonetheless, again, tying that personal best. So a reminder on loading, that TSS power bar in there, Texas Strength Systems. And that's a 20 kg barbell. Your pair of competition collars is 5 kg total, 2.5 kg each. Those red plates, each one of those is 25. A pair of them makes 50. And greens, what you see right now on the barbell loaded for Reina Mata, those are 10 kg apiece. Add it all up, 95 kilos. Reina Mata, a standout bencher. This is a lifetime PR coming. Oh, never came off the chest, man. That's the worst kind.
She was looking so good going in with her first 2 attempts, too. Comes down, just never came back up.
Caitlin Del Piano, 95. Her third bench. You've still got just 2 total unsuccessful. Pardon me, we've got 3 total unsuccessful, as it was Tatiana Flott that missed. Caitlin Del Piano.
Just love that setup.
It's so artful. And this ties the best bench if she can manage. Not going to happen.
Hey, as we talked about before, third attempt benches, they can be tricky. They can be rough. You're already gassed.
Yeah, it's always the one that you expect to be the most difficult. And then on the deadlifts, you just empty the tank and you kind of get what you need. And a third attempt squat is what it is, right? If you're an awesome squatter, then maybe you tend to hit that third. If you're just historically not that great a squatter and it's not your #1 event, then you make up for it somewhere else down the line, right? Totals, win, meets. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Mia Kane, 122.5. That's a big number. This would be the second heaviest women's bench. Mia Kane, 122.5 kg. This is big. To add 7.5, you might add the downward motion too, and then it's got to get pulled.
She shook her head. She's like, nope, this is not it.
I tell you what I'm watching on the right hand is, does that right wrist kind of roll backward?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
I thought I saw it not long after the press command was given. And so you go into a little bit more of that kind of active wrist extension, and the bar is moving around in your hand, then maybe you don't get the best, most optimal bar path that you can. Haven't talked too much about the bar path yet, but you do like sort of a J curve. You'll bring that barbell down lower toward, you know, sometimes the top of the stomach if you're, well, if you have a little bit of the power belly, right? Some of us bigger male benchers we do, right? And that kind of thing. Or, you know, female to the very top of the rib cage, maybe something like that, when you start to see a really lower touch point, and then press back up and toward your eyes, as it were.
The shorter bar path.
Oh, sure. Efficiency. It's the name of the game here. Bryn Evans to tie her all-time best bench here. It's 127.5. Biggest women's bench is gonna stall. Ooh, don't know if I saw that coming if you would have asked me and I had to guess. But you can't take anything away from her. She's already the biggest women's bencher. She's got to stick with the 122.5. And we'll turn it over to the men's competitors. Andrew Wawersick is the first one up. He's opening just beyond 2 reds here. He's got 127.5. So again, the one thing that you can't see from this angle, but you can from this one, is those silvers. 1 on each side of him. Andrew Wawersick, good start. His first bench, good at 127.5. That's tied for his heaviest bench opener. That was set at USAPL Raw Nationals a couple of years ago. And Norman LaFleur. So he's going to do something a little bit more normal. A little bit more not so out of left field as that squat was. But we are so glad that he treated us to that absolute absurdity of a 17.5 jump.
Well, don't get it wrong, folks. 135 kilograms is no laughing feat.
Yeah, and that's totally correct. Again, this guy is sometimes a 75. He has recently gone up to 82.5 kg the last couple of years, and it's still nearly 300 pounds. Good start. Norman LaFleur racks that, and that is his heaviest opening bench. His bench PR, to think about in the back of his mind, is 140 kg, set at USAPL Iron Games. I'm telling you, the competition at Iron Games there was out of this world.
Oh,
Norman
amazing.
LaFleur and Marlon Outley just dropped my jaws in different ways. These guys are special. And the final pole that Marlon Outley took, by the way, was 370 kg. Missed it by a hair on lockout. But 370 keys. You're talking 815 pounds. Like it was no big thing.
I'm glad that they're both here today and we get to witness their greatness.
Yeah, you bet. Justin Brenner, 137.5. Best all-time bench, 147.5.
Oh.
That's so quick. I was concerned. I'm like, was there a command in there? But no, he just threw it up like that.
I mean, he did it so clean. He came down so clean that he was going to get that up command a lot quicker than most people.
Oh, boy. That was smooth. A lot more to be had there. Jonquez Dawkins opens, that is, at 140 kg. All-time best bench is 165. Still forecasted, that is, for the last place finish. Might have to take a ridiculous pull. Guess what? He's capable of doing it. I don't want you to cheat and look forward, but I will tell you that he can be, should he hit his all-time best, among the best deadlifters here. Woo! And so maybe his bench is doing just fine, too. I think he looks okay. Zach Uhas, 155 is his choice here for his opening bench. Tanner White, Ian Varquez, so glad to be with you. USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships prime time session, because we've got it framed up so perfectly in the camera there for a moment. When we didn't have the spotters in front, I just wanted to make sure we hit that little plug there at the right time. Zachary Uhas, 155. Second heaviest bench opener for him in a storied career. And he racked it. Now, I say storied, right? Guy's 21 years old.
I mean, some people start at what, 16, apparently. We got some young people out here today, so there are stories
so
to be
many
told.
good teens, man. Teens, juniors, and masters. Those were kind of the standouts that we saw, especially among female competitors in the first session of the day. And it wasn't just your Masters 1As, right? It was 3s and 3Bs and Masters 2B and everybody, you know, like 40 is just the new 20.
40 is the new 20.
Keegan Parker, 160. Huge opener. Hello. He's looking to make up some ground on the bench. Keegan's best bench is 170. I mean, I get the feeling if he takes that on his second that he's going to hit it and have more to go. Find out, but that had me convinced. He did put in 170 at the table. Again, if you want to know all about these live results, all about the attempts each lifter has put in, what they've completed so far, we recommend you go to liftingcast.com and look for USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships here for 2025, and make sure you click on the prime time session. Hayden Wisniewski, say hello to 170 kgs for the opener. Oh, and that's the first opener of the men's benches to not come up. That's really tricky, right?
That's really scary. First attempt bench. It looked like a bit of a struggle. Hopefully he can get that back up, because That's going to be tough going to the second and third attempt, and he can't get that back up. He can't go back down. So he has to lift that weight.
Naomi Young. I'm seeing this right. He's openly. That's 170, right? Huh? Wow. Oh, sweat stains.
Oh my goodness.
They can't contain all the power. Oh, and the Chester Cheeto face on his the backside, right? That's a lot to be had. This guy, wow. There's always big personalities in sports, right? They tend to sort of make an outside personality feel outsized. I've just never seen that.
No.
The Chester
like
Cheeto singlet and the face is, yeah.
Just on there.
Right. I'll let you guys figure it out for yourselves. All right. Let's have a plus 400 opener. Thoughts?
He's bench pressing someone's squat.
Yeah, you bet. You bet he is. And his all-time best bench is 197.5. So this already gets you in the range to start thinking about it. The 90 open competitor, typically, has also competed in the 93s, again, back before those weight classes were changed with USAPL.
Oh, a little shaky on that.
Yeah, it is, as he's just holding it up. I see what you mean. And then the same thing as Delaney Sousley. It's like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
It's like the walkouts, like the shaky walkouts, and there's like, just kidding. There was nothing to be worried about in the first place.
It's exactly the same, in fact. It's kind of unnerving how the same it is. Oh, Jesse Norman back out. Already has that squat PR in the bag, 330. And maybe you thought in the back of your head, okay, that might be the best squat, right? And then Marlon Outley gave him the little Matumbo finger wag. He said, not going to happen. Jesse Norman, your champ of the 2024 Michigan State Championships. Went 817.5 for his total this time. That time it is. 182.5 opener.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, that's money, and so his best bench of all time, 200. I think he's got a really good shot. I don't maybe know that he's going to go beyond it because, again, people are going to have to take aggressive third deadlifts. Somebody just is going to pull for the win somewhere, somehow. So Jesse could be one of those. But I think tying that bench PR of the 200 there is a very good goal. That's probably roughly what his team's thinking, right?
100%. That's what I'm thinking, too.
And maybe that be a 10 kg jump for the first and then 7.5 for the second.
Yeah.
I think that's a range that makes a lot of sense. Can't guarantee it, but I thought, yeah, I would be surprised if it's much different from that. Waiting patiently on Marlon Outley. Here he is. This is 187.5. It's a good number for him. It's his second heaviest opening bench of all time. The size of this man, Ian, he just keeps going.
Cannot be contained in the bench.
He just keeps going all the time. There's just more of him. There's just more.
Oh, my gosh. Where did we put marshmallows on the bar?
Oh, he needs more. Feed him. He's clearly hungry.
He's hungry. He's out for blood.
Uh-huh. Oh, boy. As if the squat PR wasn't good enough, that bench opener is butter. Callum Pumbeer, though. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take it easy. 205. That is 17.5 beyond the heaviest opener up to this point, which was Marlon. Man.
His squats look good. I am excited to see what his bench looks like.
Uh-huh. And his deadlift opener is big, too, at 302.5. It's not the biggest, but it's close.
I mean, when you compare it to what he finished in squats,
yeah.
Monster.
Uh-huh. Callum Pumbeer all the way up to a 510 subtotal if just the starting bench is good here.
Oh, man.
All right.
Give it to him. Okay.
Yeah, you had the 2-1. What do you think the one was?
I feel like it had to do with it sinking into his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Heave command. Or the heave.
Yeah, that's my speculation as well. Again, that is allowing the bar to dip further into the chest, to further depress your chest before you start to press, but after you've gotten that command. Gives you, of course, some extra rebound, like you might imagine, some extra spring to it.
It can be very dangerous, though.
Well, there's no doubt about it. And you can also see people who will throw the bar off the chest, but then still struggle at lockout.
Yeah. It definitely can be a sticking point for a lot of people, is that lockout.
Andrew Wawrzik, 135. Just 2.5 below his all-time best.
He just casually moves it. It's fine.
Yeah, he's going up. He's going up. Something tells me. Norman LaFleur, I'm so happy when he does something that makes a little bit more sense. You know what? If you're ever going to be a little bit ridiculous, a little bit asinine and absurd, we've mentioned this is the place and time.
Yes, 100%.
Norman LaFleur. You want to talk about a practiced walkout? That guy knows exactly the steps, the number of steps it takes to get off the platform and everything. Watch him.
That is a veteran walkout right there.
Uh-huh. Here's Norman LaFleur. 142.5. 2.5 under his best. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, didn't expect that.
Got stuck in, like, just in the middle there.
Maybe a hair beyond. But yeah, let's watch this on replay. Tell me, man, what's he got to do? What's he got to do to come back here?
It looks like he lost balance in his back a little bit. You can see him squeaming, trying to get that back up. He just lost that stability. Just couldn't get back up.
Does that all start at his setup?
I believe, yes.
Cranking maybe that arch a little bit higher. Again, mashing that head into the back, that kind of thing?
100%. Because that's what keeps you stable. If your back is not tight enough, you're going to move.
And architecturally speaking, that arch is about the stablest shape that exists. Justin Brenner, 142.5. Flowing locks and all. It's funny, for half a second as he was headed out there, don't repeat this, I thought, is that Ellie David? I thought, wait a minute, wasn't she coaching earlier? How did she do that? Nonetheless, real good looking second. Shanquez Dawkins, he's one of those who will be taking a big bench jump, make it plus 15. I really like the look of his first. I did. Maybe didn't think 15 was going to be the number to add, but, well, if he did this twice, he would smack 5 onto his all-time PR. Dude's cool as a cucumber.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't faze him.
And 15 onto his subtotal makes a huge difference if he's able to just even hit this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, textbook.
Better than the first.
Uh-huh. I'm serious. He can consider throwing another 15 on, which I would have never dreamed until I see that second one. I thought, maybe he can.
Usually not the recommendation, but when you see a bench like that,
I think it's unlikely that's what he's going to do, but I think it's possible. I lied. Shanquez Dawkins just put in 170. Again, folks, you have 60 seconds. Once you finish that attempt, you got to go over to the table. Your coach has to come with you, and you got to talk about that attempt. You got to decide on a number and then enter that at the scorer's table. And so the number was 170. Yeah, why not? It would be plus 5 to the all-time best. Zachary Uhas, 162.5. And I'm still convinced on this guy. I'm never going to doubt it at this point. His only miss is a scratch, and he's PRing everything.
if it's a scratch, would you still consider it 6 out of 6? It would be...
Yeah, look, it appears red again on our live results on Lifting Cast. Whether I like it or not, whether he cares at all, he doesn't. But it appears red there, and even though he did not take the attempt, it will show the timer ran down and no lift. And technically, your officials do give lights for it.
Okay, fair enough.
So, you know, we got standards around here, and they are tremendously high. Keegan Parker, again, he's making up some ground with his bench. A big 172nd. And this is already tying the competition PR.
Oh, man.
Yup. You bet. Okay, you got one red on the left. Interesting. Well, I didn't see anything I didn't like.
Same for me. It didn't look unbalanced from what I saw.
I tell you something that I've heard before pretty recently with heels and maybe a refocusing by judges and maybe just a re-emphasis of rules that are already on the rule book, but heels coming up in the middle of the press.
Yes.
Something like that. We can't really see the lifter's feet from where we are. Even if we wanted to, you just got too much stuff in the way.
And you mentioned earlier it could have been maybe a butt cheek coming off the bench.
It could have been too, right? That's always a thought. Hayden Wisniewski had to retake 170. Left arm, oh so tricky. I don't know. Yeah, I think
there is a ruling for that, isn't it? If it's very egregious.
Yeah, but I think it's also down up in the middle, kind of before that left arm even comes up. I think both of those simultaneously hit, right? Because I believe you had blue and yellow cards put in on the right.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's got to be a combination of the two.
Of both.
Yeah. All right.
Got the Cheeto King coming back out.
Yeah, whether I like it or not. And the Chester in the front is also unnerving in its own way. They're both special, and they're incredibly eye-catching. Like, I know this guy's got no issue in standing out, in being different.
I don't think you see in many sports something like this.
Nope, never seen this one before. This is truly new to me. He's also a huge bencher, by the way. This is 180 kg. Hello, he's a 75.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm serious. He's an insane bencher. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how tall you are, what you weigh. Do you smell funny? Do you wear maybe a Chester Cheeto singlet? Are you an alien from planet Venus? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
The weight on the barbell, that's what matters.
Yes.
Works for me. Jesse Norman, he's known to pile the weight on that. Now, he's got a thought, too. He's currently forecasted for 4th place. Cannot be something that he's going to just accept, roll over. You got to think he's going to start trying to really make it up. This second bench is 192.5.
It looks clean.
I love that as a second. What would you do loading-wise? His PR is 200.
With his PR being 200, I would go for it. I mean, that looked clean.
202.5?
Yeah, 2.5. I go for it, especially if he's in 4th.
Uh-huh.
He just needs to go for it.
In order to make up ground and start thinking, I can pull for the win.
I mean, think about your mentality to get back in there. You're like, I also got to hit my PR.
Yep. As if you needed any more motivation. Lorenz Licadini. This is way beyond his best second bench attempt ever. It's only 2.5 below his PR, and I think that's good enough. I think that counts. Dude.
Brought their A game today.
Uh-huh. And he's a 90, typically. A 90-kilo competitor, right? So it walks around under 200 pounds in all likelihood. What?
What? Yeah, the math ain't mathin'.
Problematic. Problematic to be certain. Marlon Outley, but we've come to expect this. At least we, kind of know that Marlon Outley's going to do everything outlandish.
It's the expectation. It's the standard.
Uh-huh. He said it, so you've got to live up to it now. This would bring the subtotal up to 535 kg. That would have been beyond most of the best totals from our first session. Prime time for a reason here. Marlon Outley, 197.5. Bang. Uh-huh. It works for me. 200 being the PR, but I would not have known it by watching that.
No, I would think it's much higher than that.
Yeah, came in with a 496 dots, and he's hitting all of these PRs on everything. The 500 dots is in play. It is.
It is, yeah.
We won't know for a while, again, until you get, for certain, the opening deadlifts. Then you can start to forecast what you may really need to pull.
Callum will go for the 5 kilogram jump here for his second attempt at 210 kilograms. After that first attempt, that doesn't surprise me at all. And in fact, I actually thought he was going to go a little bit higher than that, just how smooth it moved.
Yeah, we liked his first. We did. But then you've got a couple more attempts after, and you've got the deadlifts. And it's still 210 kg.
Oh.
Ah, then Sticky got stung in the middle. All right, let's find out once again. The violent shake, man. His head, his hair is quaking, you know?
Right.
The systemic shock of holding that in your hands and getting cranked up to even think, I have to press it. I mean, that's got to cost something.
Oh, yeah. If you get yourself psyched out, it's gonna fall apart. The whole plan's gonna fall apart if you get psyched out with that sort of stuff.
And we'll have the rack height lowered here back to Andrew Wawerzik. Third benches coming. These are the final attempts of the bench press here for the USAPL 2025 Michigan State Championship prime time session. Mouthful, but it's so worth it. Andrew Wawerzik, 140 on the bench. This would be a competition PR. He's taken a swing at this back at 2023 Raw Nationals for USAPL. How about your lifetime PR when you need it most? Hey, Dubs, I think you got it.
Yes! Took the dub on that one.
Agonizing wait of a few seconds, as it often is. But he finished it off in the end with a grind.
Hey, good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, they do. And Norman LaFleur, I'm surprised by this to a degree, is going to retake after missing at 142.5 on his second. If he had said 150, I would have said, well, that's on brand. Yeah, but of course, this makes a little bit more sense. 2.5 under his all-time best bench. However, these are 7.5 really important ones to get onto his total.
Come on.
It's similar to the second midpoint or maybe just beyond it. He is not by any means a max grip width bencher. Yeah.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is that usually bench, if you don't, it doesn't look close the first time, it's probably not going to look better the second time, unfortunately.
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it there. It was very close to an instant replay. Justin Brenner wants 147.5 and is gonna get it. He's taken 2 jumps of 5 kg apiece. This will tie his competition best.
And he might just have the vote for best hair of today.
Yeah, he's the all-hair team captain type of thing. 147.5 will equal his output from Raw Nats with USAPL last year. Quicker press command this time. It was uneven on the left. That's really tricky. But did he lock it at the very end? My guess is yes.
But does he?
Oh, no. That's
I do think it came down a little bit.
It could be. That certainly could be. Because it's so hard to hold one hand completely extended, locked out. I think there's no question that one arm was locked out. Yes. And then that other one is supporting far too much barbell.
By itself, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame because that pressing power is there, but that's no lighted on sort of the technicalities of it. You want to say there's a big adjustment you can make. There's kind of not. There's only your gas tank and what's left in it. Zachary Uhas. Lifetime bench PR coming here. 167.5. Such a textbook setup, execution.
Oh, man.
And hang it in the Louvre.
Did he just do the 6-7?
He slapped on about 6-7. to the all-time PR.
Oh, man.
That should be illegal.
Imagine your PR and you hit the funniest, I don't want to call it the funniest meme, but make a joke out of it.
I would call it the most criminal. Oh, man. You know something? Still counts whether I like it or not.
Hey, lifted more than me. Can't say anything about that.
Yep, you bet. Me too. We told you Seanquez Dawkins was going to send it. This is the definition. 2 15 kg jumps. You see that on deadlift, you don't think too much about it. You see that on bench, you recoil for a moment. You say, oh, well.
Is that right?
yeah, but look, you can see it. That's what he's got loaded. Whether we like it or not, this will be a PR attempt should he be able to smack this. If not, though, you're losing the 15, right? It's a super big gamble. But the thing about gambling, man, sometimes you win. Can I get that on a t-shirt? Bunch of degenerates. But even so, at 170, there's like way more in the tank, right?
I wouldn't even call that a gamble, Tanner. I would just say that's a smart move.
Was he trolling us with the opener? What's going on?
Who's teasing us?
Maybe. Seanquez Dawkins, all-time bench PR there. And we've told you, he's an insane deadlifter. He has the ability and now probably the responsibility to pull 320 plus. You're talking over 700 pounds on his deadlift. I think that's highly likely.
Well, Hayden needs this bench.
Yeah, he does to stay in this thing. 170. Longer press command, sticky, shaky grind. And for survival,
He gets it! Oh my goodness! It was fight or flight for him, and he fought for it.
You back a guy into a corner, and you're going to get every last thing he has. That is survival. And by the way, it's 170. So it was an insanely aggressive opener. We knew that. And then for a second, it was really hard.
But he got it.
Yeah. All that matters now, it's forgiven, forgotten. Move on. Keegan Parker, 175. This would be +5 to the lifetime best. His last time out at the state championships here, very good showing of 725 kg and a 465.7 dots. Has designs of going beyond that now with PRs on the squat, now the bench.
If you look that up in a book, you'd see his name for bench press.
Uh-huh. Again, I want to watch it on replay and say, well, maybe do this, that, and the other thing. I can't. That's beauty. And Noah Young, again.
Love this guy.
Look at him. Look at him backstage. You knew he was going to rip nose candy and get slapped. You knew of all the guys here today, he was going to be #1 in line to do that. By the way, the guy's a 75 kg competitor typically, and this is 190 on the bar. This is one of the more comical bench attempts that you're going to see. That is nearly 419 pounds. Noah Young, he wanted to grind it too. I know that that's not probably the optimal thing to do at some point, right? You're probably advantaged to just drop that thing. But wow, I think he thought about it.
Hey, respect the fight for it. Just wasn't there. Now we got Jesse Norman coming up for his last attempt at 200 kilograms for his bench.
Yeah, we talked about this. We thought, does he want to go all the way to that PR at 202.5? That's what he would need to load, that is, for the PR. He's having a very serious conversation, though, with the spotters there, talking about the handoff. And these are 7.5 crucial ones. He's still forecasted for a 4th place total after a dominant win last year. Jesse Norman, 200 kg, tying lifetime best. Uh-oh. Oh, man, and he knew it pretty quickly, too. I'm surprised. Is he grasping at a shoulder or a bicep, something like that? Did you see that?
Let's watch the replay here. Kind of looked like it was his chest.
Yeah, did something go funky on his right side?
Probably, he might have strained it a little bit, trying to push that up.
Yeah. I'm told that you generate a fair amount of fatigue throughout the day here, one could say. And you've got to nail the hydration and the nutrition. You got to stretch, warm up properly with the right timing and all that. There's a million and one factors here on meet day, and then just as many before it to help you and give you that best chance. Lorenz Licardini, he wants +5 to his all-time best. That's 202.5. Unnerving. Yeah, that's a bench right there. Thanks, Sam. You're doing the math, right? You know how much 202.5 is, Ian? I mean, I'm looking at it on my paper down here, and I'm kind of leaving my jaw open because what?
446 pounds?
Yeah, and some change.
And some change.
Uh-huh. Man, Marlon Outley took a big rip there. Did he just give a little wink to somebody out of the crowd, or is his face just tweaking from all the salts?
I hope he was winking at me.
That's well said. Oh, here we go. Never a better time, folks. Marlon Outley. This for the all-time best bench, +2.5. Marlon Outley.
Marlon, come on now.
Is having the day of his life. 3 whites. This is, you don't like to use that P word. Perfect. It's a dangerous word to use. But wait until we get to third deadlifts, and he kind of has an idea of the number that he must load, and then talk to me about perfect. And watch his execution and setup. Again, I got to watch this guy run away with a win at USAPL's Iron Games with a 490 dots there, and it wasn't even his best. Callum Pombier is going to retake at 210. Missed midpoint. Get a really good look at his setup there where he placed his hands, so roughly middle finger on the rings. Callum at 210, shaky again. Shake and quake and scrape and survive for the third bench. That counts.
What do you think that middle one was? Looks like you got a red light there.
Yeah, we'll watch it here, back on a replay. The hips, maybe. Again, we do get the rack that blocks a lot of our vision. The hips popping up just a little bit from there. Or there's always your very simple commands, right?
Right.
There are 3 of them. Now you say simple. Much easier to say that when I'm not benching 200 and whatever. However, we leave that to the huge guys, like Callum Pombier, nails that 210. And that is the final bench here of our prime time session with USA Powerlifting 2025 Michigan State Championships, Tanner White and Ian Varquez. Time to change it over to the deadlifts. We got about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back here with you from the Lansing Center in the beautiful capital city. And we are back for the final discipline of the day. It's the deadlifts. You always end off the competition this way because it's just so explosive. It just makes all the sense in the world. They say, hey, what's the hardest thing we could do? Let's do that last. So glad to have you with us here, folks. USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships primetime session. Here's Reina Mata, the opening deadlift. 137.5. And it's good. Tanner White, Ian Varquez. Have you had enough yet today?
What?
Right. Right. Because prepare yourself, we are not done yet. Mackenzie Wank coming up 147.5. Yes, these are the women's competitors. Don't you worry. So you're going to start to see those totals and those forecasted placings be rounded out a little bit more. We're going to get a better idea, that is, of where everybody might finish. But in order to really shake those up, you're also going to get some, what we like to call YOLO polls, where you just, you'll never know if you don't try kind of thing, but they're a little bit beyond typically what you ever done before. Mackenzie Wank looking real nice on her first deadlift.
Those are my favorite type of pulls. Just go for it. It's the peak of powerlifting competition, in my opinion.
It can be. Some are so far beyond the realm of believability as to not be recommended. But listen, you know, I can't stop them. Whatever they feel they need to pull is a lot of the times what they're going to load. Now, that's a point of contention with coaches. But hey, I'm so glad I'm not a coach or of course, a meet day handler, right?
Right.
You wouldn't want to talk somebody who has a tremendous deadlift out of pulling for the win if there were a chance, you know, that they could hit it. Delaney Sousley, I mean, what more is to be said, but starts here with a 150 pull. Already got the PRs secured on the squat and bench. So you feel real good about getting the total, especially with the deadlift opener solid.
Tanner, is there a possibility she beats her deadlift record today?
You're going to count out Delaney Sousley. That's ridiculous.
Oh, you're sorry. When are we going to see that?
Uh-huh. You should really ask more so, what is she going to load and, you know, why? I think the why is clear because it's dominance. Because you want to be beyond everything else, beyond anything anybody could ever really touch. You want to be sort of the all-time 48 undefeated world champion kind of deal. You know? 517.25 dots coming in. Best competition dots of anybody. Kennedy Gamet opens 155. Now, that's a big number for her, and you do see that pretty narrow conventional stance. So talk to us a little bit more about the differences between the conventional and sumo, as we will, of course, see plenty of both.
So conventional, obviously, your hands are outside, and sumo, your hands are inside between your legs. Sumo, you tend to use more of your quads, while conventional tends to be more of a posterior exercise. Tips I've heard for conventional, your back is just kind of being an isometric hold while you're doing a leg press with your legs. And sumo, you're really taking advantage of having huge hips and just pushing it through. Squeeze the glutes to get that lockout. Some other things is that conventional is just easier to pull off the ground, while sumo, a lot of people will struggle to break the ground. That's the hardest part of the pull.
And then your trade-offs are at lockout, right? So
Correct.
Do you want it to be easier or harder?
Exactly.
Jamila Owens, opener is set at 170 kg. Her best pull all time. Well, raw nats, I believe you're talking 197.5 her deadlift PR. That was raw nats 2023. Based on the speed of the opener there, maybe you're not thinking deadlift PR. I don't know. Talk to me about that.
Tell me what her PR is again?
Yeah, 197.5 you're talking from a couple of years ago at USAPL Nats.
Well, I don't want to counter out because some of these deadlifts can take big jumps, and we've seen those kinds of jumps today. But with that, it looked like what was her left knee looked a little bit soft and a little jiggly. So I'm not feeling super confident, but I hope she proves me wrong.
Sure. Jamila's got a gas tank to dip into, if necessary. Folks got way too quiet. I didn't like the changeover of the music there. That's unfortunate. Bryn Nevins was not bothered like we were. And that is Bryn's 175 opener. Man, had to make sure we were seeing that right. Amanda Mandy Khan, 175 to open. Chasing a deadlift PR of 190. Again, Teen 3. The future is utterly bright.
Looks like using the hook grip as well. You'll see from competitors today, they'll either be switching between a mixed grip or a hook grip. Hook grip, you use your thumb to make sure that the bar doesn't fall out of your hands, and it's double in the front, while mixed is one in the front, one in the back to help with your grip.
Yeah, it's typically more common to see the mixed grip, but it's really tough to determine if there is a big total grip benefit in terms of not dropping the barbell. That the jury, I think, is really still out on that. I know some people say it just feels better for me. I think that's the only way that you can really make the decision. Tatiana Flott, 185 opener, is huge and 10 beyond her best opener ever. It's one red in the middle. Okay, something to think about.
Could have been that down command.
Yeah, it always could be. Again, that's the only command that you get on the deadlift. You can pick it up whenever you want within that attempt timer.
Some other things is that could not lock out. You have soft knees. That's another thing. Or you could get red light for hitching. It's when you use your legs and to rest the bar on, or just to get a little bit all the way up.
Yeah, and we have seen some of those called in the earlier sessions of the day. Mia Kane had a huge opening squat, and now going to take a pull that's nearly in line with it. This is 200 kg, her best opening deadlift of all time. And in fact, now you look and you see the deadlift PR is only 207.5, and sky's her limit, really. Wow. Okay, it's tricky at the very top, it is. But everything up until that point, I thought was spectacular. What makes that lockout quite so tricky for somebody who really does have a ton of speed off of the floor, you think?
I think it's just that getting over that hurdle at the end over there. Like, you could be really strong off the floor, but some people don't practice the top enough. It's easy. It's really easy to get gain momentum, but to lock out is a whole different story.
I always think of those with absolutely massive legs, too, that the hands must run into the leg at some point.
Oh, for sure.
No matter kind of what grip you take often. Reina Mata. Second deadlift here comes at 145. Her PR is 152.5. Slow but steady. I don't mind it. Second deadlift, good.
I do think it's funny that, you know, you're squatting and deadlifting, you're inherently going to have big legs anyway. And that could be, like you said, it could be a detriment to you actually locking out. Or it causes traction. The more you touch your leg, it's going to make the bar harder to travel up. So we'll see competitors put baby powder on their legs so that the bar just slides up.
Now, we had this talk earlier in the first session of the day. So I always get this wrong, this backwards, right? Chalk on the hands and baby powder on the legs.
Exactly.
We shared a fun laugh about that, yes. Mackenzie Wank, 157.5. Goes up 10 and still blows that up. That's pretty. Delaney Sousley, 160. Whatever is on the bar, I think, is what she's going to pull. That's always what I feel. From the moment I saw the opening squat for her, that was really my thought. Delaney squat PR, 162. Rather, her deadlift PR, pardon me, 162.5. She'll set up with the sumo technique.
Oh.
That's speedy, too. The only question is how much more.
Well, if she wants to PR, she has to at least do 5.
I know. I think 10 would be there. And she's already her own competitor. Nobody touching anything that she's done from the moment she really stepped onto the platform.
You think she goes big?
I'm guessing 7.5. I'm guessing she's going to split the difference and take plus 7.5, which would be plus 5 to the all-time PR. But you know what she just put in at the table? Take a guess.
7.5?
No, you cheated. But she put in 10. She put in 170. She's pulling for a monster PR. What else is new? Kennedy Gamut plus 10 for her second. That was one of the most aesthetic pulls all day long. There's some builds that lead to a beautiful deadlift.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's, of course, long arms is always a great start, but it's like the height of your hips and your torso. You know, how long is the torso relative to the legs, and are the legs longer and the torso shorter, and all these kinds of things that can give some people the most beautiful looking deadlift. Sort of what the conventional deadlift was meant to be.
Yes.
I can't do that, right? You know, a little stockier, a little shorter arms. I got to muscle the thing. I admit it. Caitlin Del Piano. Deadlift PR is 182.5. This would get her well within range. 177.5 on the bar. Whew. Is a smoke show. She's still in second place right now, forecasted. Did not jump up, but I don't know. I think 185 there for certain.
Yes.
I think
Agreed.
At minimum she's going to put in 185, but if you need to take a little bit more again for placing and dots and things, yeah, you might want to. And she could have in the back of her mind 500 dots could be achievable.
Puts in 185.
Yeah, it's good enough. Jamila Owens, 180. It's creepy and crawly. Man, that left knee was fighting a war. And it's good.
I wonder what that third attempt's going to look like. I mean, that one actually, I want to say it looked better than the first attempt.
That is your average week 1 single that you send to your coach and you say, that's RPE 6 for the missed groove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can happen to the best of us. And there's 1,000 factors that we've identified, many of them throughout the day, but yeah, it can happen. Said, well, that might have been a little heavy. Bryn Evans, 187.5 kg, tying competition PR for her already on the second. Big time to get it too, and she leapt right through it. Just once, I want to see somebody out of the sumo technique try to do a little hop.
A little hop.
A little hop. I think this is an awful idea, by the way. Please don't anyone actually do this. This is a fun thought experiment to see from explosive sumo bowlers, especially those who aren't too wide to the point where it's like really dangerous to land in a split or whatever. But just see.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, a huge disclaimer. Let's move on from that. Legally speaking, this is a joke. Thank you. Tatiana Flott, 190. That's a slow second. Again, it never stopped. And I think that hair took a bow all its own. She, once again, is going to get the red light, but just from the center.
Maybe soft knees?
Yeah, it could be that that's what they were talking about for both of them. But again, non-issue as it passes. Amanda Khan, heads up. This is 17.5 beyond the first. And this is already pulling for the PR all time on the second. This would jump her up a couple of placings. This pull matters a ton. 192.5. A Team 3 competitor. Has tons of great junior years ahead of her. Amanda Khan.
Oh, get the lockout.
Khan, you dig it.
Good one. Good one.
Stay on your toes, friend. Now, speaking of toes, one thing that we haven't got to talk about with the sumo is when you do really turn those toes out wide, and you've already taken a wide stance, especially for tall lifters when you combine all of those things, you sometimes kind of have to jump those feet out of the way as the bar comes down in order to not crush them under the plates.
Yeah, well, that would be a bad day.
It's not recommended. That's in fact suboptimal. Ashley Hoffman, say hello to a 205. Huge deadlift. Currently moving her up one place, 8th to 7th, but that's all real fluid, and it's going to become more so as third attempts come up. Amanda Kahn put in 205. Wow. She wants a 15-kilo deadlift PR. Bryn Nevins put in 200. And your quote-unquote lightest of all the third attempts is Reina Mata at 152.5. Mia Kane, 210. I mean, she just hits it so quick. The lockout was a little bit tough, but we saw that on the first.
We saw that on the first.
Let's watch it again. Again, we're looking at knees, hips, shoulders. Everything has got a lockout in conjunction.
You can see there. I mean, just the lifters with bigger legs, it can make it tough at the top there. You can see it there.
And that might be a product, do you think, of having that 210 kg squat?
100%.
Uh-huh. I think it's related.
It takes tree trunks to move mountains.
Yeah, I think it's highly related. And she's got that really, really close ratio of the squat and deadlift, right? There are lots of competitors who will have a noticeable standout lift one over the other. Not so much where, in fact, Mia Kane is even right now with her best squat and her best deadlift. Reina Mata, back out, 152.5, tying her lifetime best.
I just kind of, I want to understand what I'm looking at. She's kind of like drooping her arms, trying to make her arms long.
Yeah, that's right. We'll talk more about slack pull after this attempt, so glad you said something. Again, Reina Mata up to the barbell. Her third pull. Tie that all-time best deadlift. Oh, it was tricky off the floor. And that's going to cost her.
At least she broke it off the floor, but just getting past those knees was just too much.
Is that a rounding maybe of the back right when the bar leaves the floor?
That's what it kind of looks like. I mean, you could see that she was just rounded in the shoulders. She needs to keep it back.
And that slack pull can make that full body tension, and it can create a better deadlift, right? Let's see it out of Mackenzie Wank here, 165, and continue to discuss it as we progress through the flight in these third attempts. Mackenzie Wank, 165. Lifetime PR of 2.5 on the bar. And that flies. I'm telling you, it's like a little jump squat. I think it could be done. I think it's an awful idea that no one should ever try, and I think it could be done. It's tough to see that as a third attempt.
You told me that's like a first or second attempt.
Uh-huh.
And our favorite, unbiased,
Oh, always.
Delaney, going for a personal best.
Wouldn't you if you were her? You've already got everything else. You've already had PRs across the board. Why not end it off? One more, 167.5. One more entry for the books.
She's just so amazing, man. What an athlete.
Uh-huh. 9 for 9.
Perfect day for Delaney.
Yep.
Quite literally.
Yeah, there's nothing more and nothing better that you could do, I think. Okay, pardon me. 8 for 9, a miss on the second squat on depth.
Oh.
Mea culpa, that's on me. However, you do have a 9 for 9 for Mackenzie Wank. So she
and
is
PR
our,
on all 3 lifts, too.
Yeah, exactly, right? Even so. Yeah, it's as good as Delaney was going to get, and already incredible. Kennedy Gamet, that's 177.5. Again, had to check and make sure I'm seeing that right. Missed on a big jump on her third squat. That's the only thing going to hold her back because she's got a fantastic third. Yeah, she'll be thinking what could have been on that on that third squat. But what did I tell you about the build there that just leads to aesthetic deadlifts? That's one of them. If I could deadlift aesthetically, I would. But I can't. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's ugly, but it works.
Uh-huh. Yep. Caitlin Del Piano puts on 185 to the bar. Good time for the lifetime PR. Bang! Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
There was one quake maybe in the legs shortly after coming off the floor. You've mentioned once you kind of get past that and you know that the bar is moving upward, with the sumo technique too, you haven't seen a whole lot of issues. Jamila Owens, 187.5. It's going to be a little bit behind that all-time best of 197.5. We'll move her up to a 10th place finish. Temporarily at least. Setup is real intentional. And a quiet strength.
Come on!
Exists in Jamila Owens. And is it locked? What do you think?
I can't.
If you told me you know, I'd say you're full of it.
Oh, just not there. Let's watch the replay.
I'm looking at the hips, Ian. That's my first focus.
It just doesn't look pushed through. Well, no.
Okay, so do you think it's knees?
I think it's knees.
Okay.
But I think if she squeezed the glutes a little bit, get it pushed through, maybe she might have had it there.
I don't know. That's our longest deadlift grind we've seen in quite a while, and it came up a hair short, man. Tatiana Flott wants to throw on 2.5 more, has had slow first and second attempts. Here's the thing, though. Lifetime PR on the third. You have to try. You have to scratch. You have to fight when you think you're out of gas.
There we go.
And then you gotta look back and see the two reds. Man, I'm surprised by that. But we had seen her getting called for a number of other things. You had seen twice from our head judges that she had been, and see, she had that elation come up for a moment too, yeah. I'm not certain what it was, I'm not. She'll probably want to go and ask about that.
She might as well. It looks like the coach is actually already doing that for her.
Yeah, that's right, he is over at that jurors table. I get it. All your jurors, category 1 or 2 international, some of the highest certifications you can get. Bryn Nevins at 200 kg. Bryn lean back and just polish off a huge 200. We like nice round numbers. That was plus 12.5.
Such a satisfying number to finish off the night.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
It only makes sense.
200 kg beauty of a pole. Amanda Kahn at 205. Gets the headphones taken off. Can't come out there on the platform with those. Remember, she already had a PR, that 192.5 second attempt. This is 12.5 more. Mandy Kahn got a big crowd of her own, a fan club. 12.5 more for plus 15 all time. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Again, the moment that that bar breaks the ground, that counts as an attempt, no matter what happens from that point on. And technically, if it doesn't break the ground and you still show intent to lift it, you know what? That could happen to anybody at any time for a number of reasons.
It was a pretty aggressive jump from what we saw in that second attempt.
And probably if she takes less than that, it's there.
Yes, would agree. But sometimes you got to go big, go home.
Yep, had to. Mia Kane, 215. That should be plus 10 if she can just lean back, get the shoulders. I don't know. Yeah, never mind.
All right.
Dude, what the heck is this guy sitting to your left talking about? You know what I mean? Don't ask me. Again, I was looking at the shoulders, but hips and knees, yeah, I'm convinced.
Look good.
On watching that replay. I'm fully convinced. Ashley Hoffman is a hair under 4 red, 217.5. It leapt off and then stuck by the knees.
You see it a lot, folks. It happens to the best of us.
course it does. You'll see the replay coming here. That would have been a PR of 2.5, as you've seen a lot of athletes having to take.
That will be our last women's deadlift for the night. What an amazing, strong group of women we had on display here tonight. So amazing.
You've nailed it. Still, your 9 for 9 proving incredibly difficult to come by. Mackenzie Wank, and by our math, that's it. Out of that entire women's flight, that is somewhat unbelievable. But again, so many PRs were had within there. And so you can't say that anybody really made particularly wrong decisions. I don't think they did. I think everybody kind of took what they needed. And squats were very tricky within that women's flight too, so. Third benches, third squats, those are just...
Got a good look at Chester here.
Yeah, oh boy. Didn't we ever. Noam Young, 210 opener, money. So I guess I shouldn't be shocked that he comes up there with the pretty narrow conventional stance and the wide grip, that he's going to make everything as hard as possible. If it makes a ton of sense and it's super mainstream, I'm going to say that that guy's not going to do it. I just don't expect it.
No. He's an outlier.
Uh-huh. In the serious sense of the word. I mean, come on. Wow. Lorenz Licardini opens at 250. That's beyond 551 in pounds. That's kind of huge. Best deadlift is 282.5, so I guess you have to do that to get there. Yep. Could have told you that. 3 whites. Jonquez Dawkins.
Now you're saying that he's going to have to do some crazy pulls for these deadlifts, right?
I've said that. And so I'm surprised to see him opening at just 260. He opened a couple of times as heavy as 280 in his career, or even once at 295. I'm very surprised. But I think that tells you about his plans. You
He's
know
already
what I mean?
surprised stump bench already today, so.
Look, if he throws 40 on, literally, for his second attempt, if he throws 40 kg on, I just wouldn't be surprised in any kind of way. Jonquez Dawkins, 260 to open. No, I'm serious.
You know, he actually probably will do that.
Whether it's 30 to 35, if 40 is the number, I'm not shocked, man. Nope. Ugh. What do you do? And so you're going to have a bunch of deadlift openers that are heavier than Jonquez, but I just kind of think it's going to come down to only a couple of guys for the very heaviest pull. And you already know Marlon Outley's going to be one of them. That's decided.
Yeah, I took a sneak peek. I'm just, whew.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll tell you when we get there. Don't you worry. Don't want to jump the gun. Jesse Norman, 262.5.
Good opener.
Yeah, such a technician.
And folks at home, you know it's a good, they're a good lifter when they make every rep look the same. No matter how heavy, no matter how light, it all looks the same.
Could not agree more. Norman LaFleur, 265 opener. This is something actually in line with what the guy typically does. All right? This is not out of left field. This is just what he does. Again, he comes out there without the shirt because USA Powerlifting allows you to do it, and then just mogs people. And he is a conventional hook grip demon.
Oh,
265 to start. Uh-huh. Whether you like it or not, deal with it.
I like it.
Uh-huh. Yep. That's how the deadlift was sort of supposed to always be.
Yes.
Come on. That's Norman LaFleur, folks. Andrew Wawerzik, he is a huge puller. He does open just over 600 pounds. Currently forecasted for 6th.
My goodness. My favorite thing to think about is that if he's at a home gym, he's got 600 plus pounds of weights just in his home gym.
It's true. That's a big investment. Worth it if you really get every ounce out of, every plate that you have because you're just always redlining and you're training at what seems to mere mortals unsustainable, and you're throwing around these state record type of weights. Not sure what we're going to have there, if we're going to get the bar wiped down one more time. Yeah, that is what it is. Before Justin Brenner pulls his opener. Now, historically, this is well below what you kind of expect to see Justin open at. His last couple of deadlift openers, you're talking 285 and 287.5. Then again, speed of it helps you make a determination, as always. Oh, and he is a conventional hook grip demon.
Really see him trying to pull that slack, make sure he gets all that tension out.
Yup. Yeah, I think there's no better lifter to talk more about that than what we just saw with Justin Brenner right there. Go ahead on the replay.
I mean, just look at that. You can see he's just trying to lean back into it and keep his arms long. I don't think that's a textbook example right there.
And even with a stiff bar, a power bar, there's still flex to it because it's over 600 pounds he's pulling. Keegan Parker has deadlifted 300. You got to start like that in order to get to a number like 300 kg. Knows he's got it. He's comfortable with that. Zach Uhas, a native of Allen Park. See, you ask somebody for the gym that they train out of most, you expect one answer. This guy gave us 4. So he's just clearly too much of a rat. F3, Unreal Fitness, Endurance, RTB. Yeah, he looks the part. Okay, that's the coldest thumbs up in the game, man. Watch this. Oh, that was practiced. You know what I mean? That's like a goal celebration in your sport. Bingo.
There it is.
My man, Zach Uhas.
That's hilarious.
Uh-huh, well done. Hayden Wisniewski. He's opening at 290. Do not adjust the screen on your device. You do see forecasted for a 10th place total, not something he's going to be happy about. Oh, that's one of my favorite sumo techniques so far. Okay, 2-1. So again, you're probably going to be talking about either hips or knees. Tell me where you see it, Ian.
I think it might have been on that, from his position, his left leg.
His left knee, you're talking locking?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, locking.
Okay.
But it's only, I think his leg was in the way.
And the size of many sumo pullers' legs that makes them so tremendously good at pulling sumo. Well,
right.
I might feed into that and see why it's so difficult.
I mean, I've heard for a lot of sumo, or for elite sumo pullers, they'll do hook grip because the underhand gets in the way.
To run into a massive leg, exactly. Callum Pombier say hello to 302.5 and a 3.5 on the Richter scale. I joke. I laugh. Now I get serious because Marlon Outley's about to pull, okay? I don't want to know what he's saying. I don't want to know what he's singing, what he's listening to. I'm too scared. I'm so glad I'm over here where he can't hurt us.
Honestly, Marlon's such a sweet guy, though.
Yeah.
Anyone.
And then you look at him, and you hear him, and you watch what he's got on the bar. He said, okay, I'm good over here. This would be an 870 total, and he's got 2 more attempts to bump it higher and higher. 885, his best total all time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, it's not his easiest lockout.
But I mean,
I think it's because it's 330 kg. Thoughts?
it could be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll get the mystery machine and the whole gang on that.
Does heavier weight make it harder to lock out?
Right. And many have speculated, and inquiring minds want to know. I'm telling you, that PR total, 885, is not safe, but he ought to, just feel out that lockout a little bit more on his second attempt,
Yes.
too.
Agreed.
So you probably don't want a ridiculous second. I think if you're taking a third attempt that's a ridiculous YOLO pull, then do it. But I think with the second, can you see what he's put in for his second attempt yet?
Yeah. He put 352.5 kilograms.
Okay, so forget everything I said. Throw that out the window, my man. And Noah Myung is money on 220. And look at the toes on him turned so far out as to be, well, in a lot of people's squat position.
Right. Usually conventional is a little bit more straight, and then you have sumo that's going to be pointed out.
And do you see benefit to then, externally rotating there? I mean, you can abduct a little bit out of your conventional stance, but then finding exactly where, the bar should leave the floor is more awkward and things. I'm surprised by the technique, but it worked quite well.
I think it might, his anatomy might be like he doesn't really like to keep his toes straight. Maybe it's just more comfortable.
Yeah, it looked like it. Very good. 220. Lorenz Licardini. Say hello to 270. Bingo. Again, 282.5 lifetime PR for him. A number to think of. I don't know that he's going to jump 15 to try and take a PR. I don't know.
I mean, that didn't look too bad.
Yeah, 15 is a lot. Could you see? Well, I could certainly see him doing it. Would you recommend it?
Well, just kind of looking where he is in second place right now. So
man, it'd be hard to resist.
Be hard to resist.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wants to make a crazy pull for the win here.
Yeah, let's start with the crazy pulls at 280 for Norman LaFleur.
Oh my goodness.
My jaw is on LaFleur.
Okay.
Okay.
Get out.
Yep. Time out. Penalty on the field. But at USAPL Iron Games in August, the guy pulled 292.5. Okay. 280 was nowhere out of the realm of possibility. It was very reasonable, and well, then you go and smash it.
All right, we have Jesse Norman coming up for his second attempt at 282.5 kilograms here. Taking his time. Again, you see them trying to keep their arms long, going with the mixed grip. Pulls it no problem.
Yeah, with the 20 kg jump, I agree. But then he probably kind of had to.
I mean, favorite thing about deadlifts, all these crazy jumps right now. It keeps it so exciting.
Yeah, that was never our issue.
No.
We're taking a look at third attempts being put in. I think I like Lorenz Licardini's most with 295. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yes.
But Norman LaFleur will take the same thing at 295. I say, well, we already knew that was going to happen.
Right. Just on brand.
Yeah, of course. Jonquez Dawkins, it's a fairly big jump of 25. It's not necessarily as absurd as I thought, but again, might set himself up for the utterly ridiculous. Important ritual here. Man, drawing in breath now finally can explode. Uh-oh. Oh, that's going to be a problem.
It's his fourth attempt. Or, sorry, third. There is no fourth.
Well, if he had one, I think it would be like stupid. Whatever it is, I think it's just going to be ridiculous. Man, I don't know. I could speculate and say 300 something, but I won't. I'll just let it come in on the cards. Andrew Wawerzik, 285 is a huge second. And got it. Guy might be coming for the win. If he's got to pull one, if he needs it, his best 292.5. I'm not going to tell him he can't. Jonquez Dawkins did put in 300. Again, even numbers.
Even numbers.
At least speaking in kgs.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it's not bad. Keegan Parker, 292.5. 300, his all-time best. Looking really good to go. I think, boy, I've been wrong before here. Do you think exactly to 300, or do you think a tad beyond?
I see exactly 300.
I think that makes sense, but he could do 302.5. Again, that'll come in at the table pretty quickly. And if you're still looking for these final standings, if you haven't figured it out in all of the many hours that we've been on air today, well, we don't blame you. It's a really quite a tough sport.
305.
Yeah, I see. It's 305 he put in. That's a big number. I'm surprised, but
so you saw he pulled on the bar, but didn't leave the floor, so it didn't count as a lift. Wasn't intentional. So
that's true. I'm glad you said it. Zach Uhas is just twisted steel. Look at him.
In your opinion, I mean, Zach Uhas is in first. What does he need to do to stay in first, or do we need to see what the other competitors are going to do first for their second attempts?
It's tough to say that he can't start to do the math, that he can't start to see what other people are putting in at the table, have his coach come and tell him some of that stuff and all that. I would continue to scoreboard watch just a little bit because of the enormity of the event. If PR were the only thought to him, then I think you block out what everybody else is doing, but you probably don't have that luxury with what's on the line today. Justin Brenner, 295. Little 650 piece. All-time best, by the way, is 317.5, which is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Oh, and one of the first to lose on grip. In fact, maybe the very first one that we've seen on this whole primetime session lost on grip.
I think you're right. I mean, between even the women's flight, it hasn't been grip. And you know, hook grip can be hard because if you can't handle, if you don't have the pain tolerance, you're gonna let go.
Yeah, very much akin to torture in a way.
It's basically torture.
It's a sacrifice you know that you're making, and sometimes it comes up to bite you. Hayden Wisniewski, 307.5, and that's a big jump in placement. If he could get this, you're talking 10th to 6th, and then get in range for something big on the 3rd to really help that placing out. Oh.
Looks soft.
Yeah, I don't know on knees, right?
Oh. Hey, don't listen to us, apparently.
Nah, I agree. You're looking at the left knee first, right?
Yes, that's what I was looking at.
It's quaking, clearly.
It's quaking.
Yeah.
But his hips were through.
Yeah, I agree for sure on hips. Man, that's tight. That's about as close as you're going to get, I think.
I think that's like, that was borderline.
Yep. And yet, passed. And now you can make some adjustments on the 3rd. Callum Pombier, heyo, 327.5. These are comical all the way through to the end here. You get towards the bottom of the flight. Yep. Within 7.5 of his all-time personal best. Look at the uneven setup of the feet, too. I mean, he's just not bothered. You can see the toes are pointed different directions. With Mr. Is that the mid-top or the low-top Converse? He got the low-top Converse.
Low-top Converse.
Uh-huh.
No, it's got the tongue. I think that's high top.
Oh, pardon me. Did he tuck him down or something? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the important stuff here.
Hey, you want another coffee at 9:05 p.m.?
Wake up and get dialed. Man, Marlon Outley.
What a jump.
Yeah. But you knew.
On brand.
Yep. It was bound to happen.
Oh.
Whoa! Balance issue. That could have been a spotter's worst nightmare. He's able to dump that in front of him and survive to fight another rep.
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit too far forward on that pull. Just looked like he ran out of space to almost pull up almost.
Well, technically his deadlift PR is 365. I don't know after the 330 opener how you want to go and manage that. I think you might have to ditch thoughts of the PR to get a second successful lift. And you can't go down.
Right.
So I think he's got to retake at that, right?
Well, that's what he's chosen to do, Tanner.
Yeah, I think that's best. Naomi Young, he wants to go over 500 pounds here. That's 230 kgs. Chester Cheeto might be one more source of power. As if pancakes weren't enough, count it.
That pull was anything but cheesy.
Uh-huh. There's nothing conventional about his deadlifts or anything else, I think. And yet, it is stunningly effective. Take away everything else, he's a fantastic powerlifter. Oh boy, books and covers, man. It's a fun story. But that is a 635 kg total. Lorenz the Gadini, this will take him up to 770, and he is pulling for PR here of 2.5 to his comp. Hit this at the state championships in 2023. Been here before a couple of times, 2020, 21, 22, 23. Back here for 25. Second place. Man, it was slipping two in one hand, and he still polished that PR.
He got it out before that his grip gave out, thankfully.
Yep. That's doing what you have to do, not what you want to do.
Yeah, look at that. Saw it drop just a little bit, but he got the lockout before then.
If he had taken a little surprise nap after that set, which we have seen before today, I wouldn't have been shocked. You know?
100%.
If that came up and bit him. Andrew Wawersick at 290. Andrew is oh so shaky. Guttural scream. He had it.
Let's go,
all the
Dub.
way. All the way. There was a moment in the middle there you thought, I think that's unlikely. And he found that last bit of gas in the tank. Norman LaFleur pulling for PR. Make it 295 kgs on the bar, or about a 650 bomb. Norman LaFleur might be built of something stronger, and he is too, but he's gonna have to take that 280. Would have bumped him up one final placing. Didn't end up being as absurd as we thought it might be. Really, it's 15, right? A lot of those deadlift jumps have been in that range. I wonder if maybe that bar rolled away from him a little bit.
It does look like it got a bit too far from him, too far forward.
Yeah, and then it becomes a balance thing, and the likelihood of regaining that balance when you kind of have to shift around on your feet and find, okay, where is my center of mass? Yeah, not going to happen too often. Jesse Norman coming back on out. Oh, pardon
this
us.
is not right.
I wonder, is it one of those where they've got the same attempt and Justin Brenner was also wanting to pull at 295? That's my guess.
It is both at 295, but Jesse has the lower lot number.
Yep, well said. Thank you, Ian. It has perhaps been a pretty long day.
A long day for everyone. I mean, especially for those spotters, man. Spotters and loaders.
Yep. No, thank you. I will continue to take our job every time. Jesse Norman, 295, just 2.5 under his best deadlift. And crucially, look at placings there. Has a chance to podium here. 295. Little 650 is nifty. Oh, man. What do you
Not
think?
like that one.
Ian, I don't know. Where did this happen at? I mean, if you find out, let me know. Okay, right hip.
Yes. I was going to say it was definitely in the right hip.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Again, very close.
Yeah, undoubtedly. But when we see that camera angle and we see it slower on the replay, I do notice it. Did not at all see it live, but yeah, I think they're right. I'm told these are pretty incredible judges. You know what I mean? Trying to nitpick on them is real tough. Too much an all-star squad. Justin Brenner lost grip on his second at 295. This would take him 9th to 7th.
That looks good.
Yes!
Yes, they give it to him. Good for Justin.
You say that looks good. It's because of the incredible leverage advantage that the guy pulled. I mean, watch the hands as relative to the knees. It's like locked out nearly on the kneecaps.
Justin's got long arms.
Uh-huh. And that's why, coming in, that he had pulled 700 pounds before at 317.5 kg.
Guy's built to deadlift.
Uh-huh. Didn't happen on accident. Keegan Parker wants 305. This is a lifetime pull of +5. Keegan, do you have anything more in the tank to improve the placing and get 5 on the all-time lifetime PR? Whoa, didn't expect that.
Let's get another angle.
Yeah, it's shown us things that we didn't see before.
Yeah,
I suppose
that's kind of what I saw.
Oh, pardon me, it's a downward movement. Is that combined with a hitch?
I think so.
I did see it roll into the thighs a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's probably both of those a little. And in the end,
it was a fair call.
Yeah.
It was a fair call.
Yeah, again, we're missing things live that we get to see clearer on replays. Zach Uhas. Oh, 305. Mr. 305. Dale, not quite. Even so, sits in first right now.
Pretty comfortably, I'd say, too.
That is 96% of the way up. Man.
You saw him. He's like, I was right there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and he deserves to go and shake hands, kiss babies. Oh, Seanquez Dawkins, he changed his third. You see this? He initially wanted 300. He went and changed it.
You're
up
right.
At the table.
310.
Yeah. Well, that matters. Look at the placings. He can jump up a bunch here. 12th to 8th on this 310 kg pull, Seanquez Dawkins. That's kind of a savage move. Didn't have to do that.
And it's all to his benefit.
Uh-huh. Gonna say he made the right call. All right, Doc. Our hats off.
Fair play, Doc.
It's
That was
nearly the
beautiful.
same as the second in every way at 310, man.
It's so funny because he started at 260.
Uh-huh. And you would say that's a long ways to jump. And then you watch the third there, you're like, well, was it? Hayden Wisniewski, 320 keys. That would be +10 on the lifetime best. Pardon me, it's +2.5 on the all-time best. However, with his best competition total, he did have a bomb out included in there at the Arnold Male Raw Challenge, so not part of a official full power meet total. 9th to 8th is the placing on the line here. Even so, a huge 72.5 total. Hayden.
Oh, come on.
The knees have been so tricky. Don't think so. Whoa! He took the post-set nap. Yeah, pop the belt off for sure, and then I think he's going to be all right.
Take a look at it again. He really was grinding for it. Gave it everything that he had, just trying to lock out, but...
Did he bleed a little bit from his face? I don't know if he did. I think it was maybe just a really strong eye twitch on his left.
I think so. I don't see a nosebleed.
No, he's good on that. And you've seen sometimes burst blood vessels in the eyes. I thought maybe as we went to the bathroom at the changeover, I thought I saw that in Lorenz Licadini, but I think it might have just been hitting some smelling salts after bench. So. And I think his eyes were watery a little bit because he came out of the bathroom same time as we were coming in. I thought, my man. A 340 kg pull put in by Callum Pombier. Bring it. This would be +5 to his lifetime best. Bars loaded, and now he's got a chance for podium. And he's got a look that says, I know. He's got a look that says, this is no option. This is 12.5. huge kgs that I need now. When you need it, where do you find it? What place do you go to mentally? Find out right now. No, he did it!
Oh!
And another one who's going to take that briefest of naps and grip slips. Again, I think my expert analysis is that weighed 340 keys.
I mean, he was just there, but grip gave out and just had to take that nap. But that is crazy, crazy, brother.
Yeah, that's as valiant as an attempt we've seen. And it's going to come down like you might have imagined, like you might have been doing the math and thinking it would, to Marlon Outley once more. 352.5. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Can you see that this means a little bit more? First place has already been established. We'll tell you all about it. But this is the final pull, the heaviest pull by far, and it's an animal of a man, Marlon Outley. Oh, he's got to dump it and hang on to the 870 total.
Still monster opener.
Yeah, 330 was what he opened with, and then maybe if you had gone a tad lighter for the second, then you could have done something else and maybe thought about it. But when he lost balance and fell backwards on that second, it was always going to be tough. Can't go down. You can only retake or go up. That's the sport, and it ate out, it chewed up and spit out so many, and still made all these champions.
It's a tricky balance, Tanner. Tricky balance of picking those right numbers.
And speaking of the right number, how about number 1 for Zachary Juhas, men's best lifter here. That's finalized. Goes 7 for 9. Had to scratch that third squat. Remember, he got the squat PR on the second at 287.5. Said, man, I'm good on all of that. Got the bench PR at 167.5. Failed a 305 third pull. And still, he'll be taking home the best lifter. Andrew Wawersick, a 6th place finish. So a lot of standings all shaken up big time from last year, right? And Jesse Norman is nowhere to be found on that podium. A 5th place finish for him. Marlon Outley will have to take 3rd there. And you can do the math yourself, but Lorenz Licadini too, a 2nd place with 770, and he had PRs sprinkled all throughout. There's just animals and monsters everywhere. Shaquez Dawkins, as well as Lorenz Licadini and Andrew Wawersick, all 9 for 9. I loved it.
What a time.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, pure cinema.
Yeah, folks, we were treated from the very first attempt. There was oh so many hours ago. All throughout the day. Back in session 1, you're talking 9 a.m., and now it's 9:19 p.m. Folks, what an absolute pleasure, start to finish, in every way. We thank you so much once again for joining us. The primetime session of USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships here for 2025. Tanner White alongside Ian Varquez. Thanks so much again to all of our friends here at Barbell Productions with owner Kevin Lamb, all of our meet directors, Chloe Darnell and Ray Vandermeer of Power Belly Barbell, and USAPL State Chair Dane Roach, all of our loaders, spotters. Most importantly, how about all the fans at home? Every single person who joined us for even a moment or all day long. Ian, anything else you want to say?
Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And thank you again to everyone involved, especially our lifters.
Yeah, you nailed it. Their efforts always so appreciated. And we will be back tomorrow. Tanner White, Ian Varquez, thanks so much for joining us here for the prime time session of USA Powerlifting's Michigan State Championships for 2025.